Never mind. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of A Shot of Reviews. I am your host, Jarrell, and with me is my co-host, Big League Stu.
Yes.
There he is. Excitement's bringing it up because I'm kind of so depressed today, but let's bring it up. And
I'm tired.
you're going to tell us why in a bit. And we can't forget, we got grinning over there. He's not happy too. Snarky Mark is here too, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
I actually talked to him 2 weeks ago about being more energetic, and I see you're doing it.
I'm trying, man.
You're doing
Come
it.
on.
It sounds forced.
We had to say anything. I gotta enunciate everything I say.
I got a gun to his head. That's why he's so forced, right? Like, okay, I'll do it. Anyway, so in case you've never seen this show before, because obviously you don't watch the show, you listen to it. In case you've never heard the show before, this is a show where we kick back, have some drinks, do some shots that are sponsored by our good friend Little John, who we'll introduce in a second. And most importantly, we talk about music stuff and new albums coming out in the past few weeks. And we're also going to talk about some little political news we'll get into. A little bit.
Uh-oh.
Not too much.
We're gonna skewer some Washington bigwigs this
Yes,
week.
those fat cats in Hollywood have not a dime on us, right? Penny? I don't know. And also, we're going to do emails that I didn't get to do last week. Get to the emails so anyone out there that you send an email, I'm going to check and make sure that we have emails, and I'm going to read them too.
Exciting.
Exciting things come to come. Let me check my notes to see what else we're going to do. Oh, I got to tell you what we're reviewing. We're going to review the new album from Macklemore. Sorry I'm laughing, but I'm trying to make it sound like interesting that we're actually going to be talking about this guy. Macklemore's second album's out. We're going to review it, tell you guys what we think of that. Also, the 1975, a new band from Britain. Their second album's out, so we got 2 sophomore albums to do. And I know you guys have been waiting for this, and finally I'm going to do it. We're gonna do it. We're going to finally review the new Say Anything album. All the emo kids out there are like, where's the Say Anything album? It came out like 3 weeks ago. What the hell?
That's all the emails that we're gonna read is just kids asking for Say Anything
Yeah,
reviews.
Say Anything, man. I'm holding up my stereo outside your window. Play it.
How many albums is this for them though?
Album number 7 for them.
Yeah.
7 albums in, and to make up for that, us not doing that, I have a surprise for you guys in the news. Not only we're going to talk about something about a certain person that's thinking of not living in this country anymore. We're also going to do a list I found of the top 40 emo albums of all time. And Stu over here is a big emo fan.
Well, I think the word is way overused, the term. Like, even, Dag Nasty was referred to as an emo band.
Okay.
Emo didn't even exist. They never even coined the term. Emotional hardcore... No, none of that.
See, I can't wait for this.
Emo did not exist then. It was a punk band.
Yeah.
How do
Man.
they... But Dag Nasty.
Last time I saw you wake up this fast for a conversation was when we talked about galaxies or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, the nebulas.
Nebulas.
Yeah, you got to hit the right buttons with Stu. Then he's like, "All right."
Is there an emo nebula that you'll get real impassioned about?
There's so much crying over there. Yeah, but Mark, you're obviously on the fence about emo. Do you like it? Emo. Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I sort of missed the whole wave of it. I feel like something that
You have to clarify when you said the word "miss." Like did you not? You didn't experience it?
So
or
there's
you just-
emo and screamo, right?
Well, that's yeah. There was that point where all of a sudden there was all these bands were being labeled as emo. It was like the fucking stupid thing to like, But then it turned into like, it started as bands crying about like Dashboard Confessional was called emo, but then now kids call stuff emo that's like hardcore bands. Or I'm like, how does that? I don't understand.
That's
what it
how
means.
it started.
Yeah,
That's what
It started as emotional hardcore.
Okay.
And then they shortened it to emo core, and then it got shortened just to emo.
That's what we're going to discuss, all that. So when we get to that top 10 list or top 40, we're going to actually break down some albums and see if we agree if they're on the list or not. And, might as well introduce him now. We got our mascot, Little John. Lets us know when it's time to take shots. So, you guys listening at home or wherever, when you hear this sound, we're going to be taking some shots. So join us as well at home. So, Little John, set us off. Yes. It's the clear ones. It's clear shots. Today we're doing another brand from UV. This one is called Sugar Crush, which I think is going to induce mad hangovers in the morning because it's probably really sugary, right?
It's tropical fruit flavor.
Yeah, man. It's tropical fruit. I slap at the base. All right. Cheers to that. A good show, guys. Loving the energy so far.
It's very tasty.
Mark, you have to admit it's better than last week's Hennessy, right?
Yeah, definitely. But
However,
it was like strange.
It is My Little Pony
very-
vodka.
it's like a blast of sugar, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Drink some water tonight, you guys, because you're going to be regretting this show in the morning. I'm sad, you guys.
why is that?
I'm bummed.
What happened?
This week has been really hard for me. First of all,
Kill
Nancy-
off another celebrity.
I
Nancy
did.
Reagan died.
I didn't kill her. It's not my fault. But last Sunday, I'll get to that first, and I killed another person, yes. Watching, I don't know if you guys saw my Facebooks too. I know we're Facebook
I did.
friends.
Yeah.
One day, me and you and Mark will be Facebook friends. It's only been, I would say, like 5 years since we've known each other.
I hit. There was a cutoff.
You hit the
There was a
wall.
point where I said,
No.
nobody else."
We're not taking on
joins."
applications.
It was
this
pretty much
time.
when my mom tried to get it. I was just like, "Sorry, I don't accept requests anymore." So there's like pending. There's like people that my friends have dated and have since broken up with that are still like pending requests in there. It's not fucking.
So it's
happening.
not a jab. It's no hard feelings. I
No.
understand.
I've got rules I live by and I stick to them. So
All right. So what happened was we lost George Kennedy, and you guys were like, who the fuck is that? And he was in Cool Hand Luke, which is not really a big deal, a little minor movie, but the major movie he was in, he was the sidekick for Frank Drebin in all 3 Naked Gun movies. And I happened to watch Naked Gun on Sunday.
Whoa.
Naked Gun 2.5. Smell
Oh,
of
so that's
Fear.
how you killed him.
So I was like, wait a minute. Who would just think of watching that? I just randomly decided to watch that movie because that's my favorite one of the trilogy.
You're not allowed to listen to any of my music.
Yeah. Never think of me, Jarrell. Okay.
No, that's it. So I'm getting Bob Dylan, I'm getting Betty White, I'm getting the lady from Facts of Light out of my head.
Yeah.
It's not my fault they passed away. I'm sorry.
Anybody out there who wants someone to die, just send in your requests to Jarrell at njhybridradio@gmail.com.
Or I'll watch their movie, listen to their music, or what have you, or talk about them, and they'll pass away. I'm cursed, damn it. I'm cursed. And I want some help. I want to get. I hate this power I have. I just want to get away off my chest. Put it towards someone that needs to die. You know, like
Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a segue for later. We won't do that right
Oh,
now.
damn it. I thought I was going to have it.
Yeah, I can't say I hate him yet. I don't, because it's not that part of the show. And the other reason I'm sad or bummed out is I started this diet this month because I'm like, you know what? The whole month, because I have this wedding to go to, which I went to get my tux fitted, and the waist size was a little bigger than I thought it was. So I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna go diet. And I'm like, oh, just by the way, what happens if I get thinner for this measurement? And they're like, whatever. Cause like he didn't think it's gonna happen. Like, yeah, you're just coming and fitted again. But I've heard that story before. So I'm like, you know what? I've been trying to exercise a little bit. Now I'm gonna start dieting. Only salads for lunch, all month in March. And I think about an hour in
Bacon salads,
Yeah.
chicken salad,
Cheeseburger
ice cream salads. Yeah.
macaroni salad.
No, it's just like I'm like, all right, I'll just eat a salad and then about an hour after, similar to Chinese food, I'm starving again. So I'm like, fuck, man, it's not gonna work. So any ideas to cheer me up? Should I just give in and just
Fat ass.
What do you usually eat for lunch? Like, what are you giving up in exchange for a salad?
McDonald's leftovers.
McDonald's
just the same.
leftovers? Or
McDonald's leftovers from dinner last
A
night.
large volume of meat.
Or wherever I get some fat sandwiches. Those are gone. Like fat sandwiches we have in New Jersey here, like where they put everything into like a cheesesteak. Oh my god!
Well, I mean,
I'm already off the wagon right there. Think about it.
You got to go to King Wing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would just say just take whatever you would normally bring to lunch and just cut it in half,
Okay.
and just try to live with that for a little bit.
So
Instead
half
of
half a
going
bowl of ice
from-
cream.
going from like whatever you get at McDonald's. I don't know, a Big Mac.
So
and
half a
fucking
Big
French
Mac.
fries. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
I guess.
just do a cheeseburger instead of a whole, doubled burger or something. I don't know. That's like one thing, right?
Yeah.
You're looking for real suggestions.
No,
I
that's
can
good.
come up with some funny ones.
Okay, that's what the show's all about, being funny. So give me a funny one.
All right. Hold on to your pants for this one. I have no idea. Yeah.
That was a good setup.
I know, right?
we were
Well, your
waiting for the
iPhone's
joke.
got that fucking pedometer app. You can just
Yeah.
like count your steps and make sure that you're getting over 10,000 a day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but does that really work? Like, I see people wearing like those things on their wrists all the time.
How about
but
this?
does
How
it
about this?
actually do anything?
Don't stop having a podcast where you drink beer every fucking week.
And then what are we gonna drink then? Water? Are you crazy? Water reviews? Psh, yawn. I take a sacrifice for my fans out there. That's what I do. I'm just trying to cut out one thing for the month, and we'll see if it works. Doesn't work? Fuck it. I'll just give in. I'll be the one of those.
I think the halving is a good idea and exercise.
So the salad is a bad idea.
only-
You guys are saying
Portion control.
yeah, I don't think salad's gonna get you through.
no.
Yeah.
It just makes me angrier. That's what it does. It makes my stomach rumble. Makes me hit my wall.
Or maybe just bring another little snack.
Yeah.
Just have a granola bar later.
Yeah, that was my breakfast. Granola bars for breakfast, salads for lunch. I'm pissed off by 3:00, and then dinner I just end up eating like a lot anyway. Maybe I don't know. So, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is snack on something like carrots or some shit like that. I don't know.
You can always get the lap band.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's always
It's just-
surgery.
It's just
Yeah.
a slight
Pay for
surgery.
goddamn surgery and stop bitching, Jarrell. That's what you're saying.
When is this event that you have to slim down for?
The wedding is on April 30th.
All right. So
I'm the best man at that, so I have time. I think.
that's like fucking no time. You're not losing shit. That's a month and a half.
Yeah, it's a good time to lose. If I lose at least an inch of my waist, I'll be content that it's working,
All right.
and I'll keep going.
You stop drinking beer and you do some sit-ups.
Okay, that was
He
part of.
doesn't drink that much beer.
I'll just take the second thing, not the first thing.
All right.
I'll do sit-ups. All right, so that's done. And the third reason I'm sad before we get to your guys' weekends is So the Oscars were last week, or the week before, I can't remember. And so I'm trying to watch those movies that I didn't get to see. So I decided to rent Room last night. I don't want to tell you what it's about. Have you heard the movie, Mark, before?
Yeah.
Room? So you know what
Was
it's
it
about?
the TV miniseries?
Oh, you know. It's better
Or
not to know what
movie?
it's about. It's a movie called Room. It's based off a book.
That's what I've heard, but I mean.
Wait,
that's
wait,
pretty
is
much,
that the one with the magical objects?
No.
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of The Room. No, there's one called The Room.
This is just
That's
called
what I
Room.
was asking you. Was it a TV series or a movie?
It's a movie about.
Because they had like a mini series called The Room that was
They
really
don't
good.
nominate Oscars for TV
Oh
series.
yeah. I forgot we're talking about the Oscars.
Yeah, so it's a very somber movie. Made me sad, but it wasn't what I expected it to be the whole way through. So that's my little warning to you guys. So go rent that. But a movie I did watch today before I came here was called 99 Homes with our boy
Oh,
Spider-Man and Michael Shannon. That
Michael
was
Shannon.
much better, I thought.
I wanna
And
see
I
that.
cried about that movie too, about evicting people out their homes. And he had to turn around and do the same thing to them because he got evicted. And it was fucking sad, but it fucked my week up a little bit. So I'm hoping, because my man Stu over here kind of pissed me off a little bit because he told me
I left my phone at work.
no. Before I give you shit, Mark, let's Stu. Let me make sure I ask Mark the question. Any issues listening to the 3 albums today?
No.
Dude, he kept changing the albums, and I couldn't find them. It was a pain in the ass, and I tried to do it during the week, and then I end up leaving my phone at work. So then I didn't end up. I didn't end up listening to all of them.
Am I justified for my anger, Mark?
I don't know. Man.
You had no
No,
problem.
you kept changing the albums.
He had the same issue as you did, though.
You found Macklemore on Tidal.
I mean, sometimes I just download shit illegally, so.
Oh,
do
you
that.
didn't find Macklemore on Tidal?
I didn't look for it.
Oh,
I looked for
he
the
swears
other
the
two-
album was there,
the
and
other two
I
I
couldn't
listened
find the
to.
album.
On Tidal.
All right.
Macklemore I downloaded and listened to in the car on the way here.
Okay.
So I didn't listen to the new one that you added because we couldn't. What was the one we couldn't find? Anthrax.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't find Anthrax. So yeah, there was a new one. What was it?
Anything.
What
Say
was
Anything.
it? Say anything? Yeah, I didn't listen to that. Sorry.
All right. So, yeah, I hate you, Stu. But
Good.
it's okay, though, because you're going to actually bring the show up right now and tell us about your last night rave to see the band you always tell us about how it's so great. How was Feed Me last night, Stu?
DJ producer. band.
Sorry.
He doesn't have any guitars.
No guitars? No samples of guitars?
No.
Okay. So Feed Me, for those out there, is Stu's favorite like DJ, and he said that the EP from last year was the greatest thing he's ever heard since Sliced Bread.
No, I just said it was top 2015.
What about Sliced Bread 2? Electric Boogaloo.
So how was that rave at the Webster
It
Hall
was
in New
pretty
York
good.
City?
It sucked going to the city, not having my phone, but I used to do it all the time.
We were
So,
talking about the old days of that.
I was a little lost. No, I didn't get lost or anything, but I just felt like a little naked not having a phone. Like I didn't have that like backup for like GPS or anything like that. Oh, what street was that on? But I was fine. And
Webster Hall, I like that.
so
place.
so
Yeah.
I get there, and I walk right in. I walk right in with my ticket and everything. Grab a beer, and I proceed to just walk into different rooms. Right.
Right.
And I go up, and apparently I find myself in an area that I'm not supposed to be in.
Women's bathroom that happens to me all the time.
No, not the women's bathroom. Actually, their bathrooms are unisex anyway. So there's no women's bathroom. Some spots there's women's bathroom, but there's unisex bathrooms.
Mark's like,
as
I'm
well.
there.
No, but like multiple person unisex bathroom or like a single person unisex bathroom?
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
No, multiple person unisex
Are you
bathroom.
sure? 'Cause
Yes.
I think I've been there before. I don't
It's-
remember.
it had a big
urinals and stalls.
No, there's no urinals. It's just stalls, and it's
Oh.
unisex.
He was at.
fucking weird.
Wait, have you been to Webster Hall before?
Yeah,
I've only been there to see a
I've-
band.
I've been to like 2 of the 3 levels or whatever they have.
Okay, I've only been to the same level, so that's why I don't know what you're talking about, Stu. The one I
Oh,
went
well,
to, I was-
everything was
well,
open when I went there.
Yeah.
Or wait,
There was.
I
there-
have been to Webster Hall, but do they have more than one level there?
Yes,
Is it-
there's two. There's actually 2 levels, a basement,
Mhm.
and like a loft type area in the
Yeah,
in
and
the
I
very
might
top.
have only been to the regular like the big concert hall.
Yeah, normally they
Yeah,
only
me
open
too.
the one.
I think I was thinking
Actually,
of the
there's
Knitting Factory.
2 are about the same size.
Yeah.
Okay. So
2 rooms are about the same size. They're both like concert halls.
how was like you went to a rave, so he's playing like the
I
pillows are flying,
I
you know,
didn't
glow
get to
sticks and
finish.
everything like that. You're just telling us about the bathroom. Who fucking cares?
No,
Tell us
it
the
wasn't.
story.
It wasn't about the bathroom. You
Alright,
made
he
it
got
about
into
the
an
bathroom.
area that he wasn't supposed to be in, and he got
Yeah.
kicked out. And he
Okay.
didn't
No,
get
I didn't
fed.
get kicked out. I was in there hanging out, and it was all the DJs, and they were doing their sound testing and everything.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm sitting there having my beer or whatever, and there's Dead Mouse, the guy with the.
Oh yeah.
He
ears.
was there. You literally
Yeah.
saw him. You that close to him?
Yeah, I was right next to him. I could have talked to him.
Oh. Did you give him some cheese? Or something
I
like
didn't-
that?
About Kanye and his
Yeah,
beef with
yeah.
Kanye.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to talk to somebody in a giant helmet.
He probably went, fuck Kanye.
I
That how he talks.
don't
He is
know.
a mouse and all, so I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't talk to him. I did talk to one other guy in a mask. He was his name was Ugly.
Mm.
And
That's why he wore a mask. I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah. I guess that's why
You
he
don't wear a
wears a
suit
mask.
under here.
Yeah. He's like Deadpool or something.
Nice reference, by the way.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
topical.
Wow.
Go
Top-
on.
Like skin cream. So I ended up in that area in like the VIP sound testing area, and then I ended up walking out of it, and then they're like, "Hey,
Oh,
where's your wristband?" And I'm like, "A wristband?" I was like, I got this blue one, and they're like, "Nope, that's the wrong wristband. What are you doing in here?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just leaving." And I squeezed my way through the little gate thing, and yeah.
And then how was the show?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Feed Me was awesome. Yeah, it was good music.
took a long time to get
There
to
was
that
there was a
point.
lot of like after Feed Me, it was like all trap. So I listened to trap for like 3 hours, and I was just like, oh
Oh, so Future was there and like Fetty Wap and all them.
no, actual trap.
Yes.
No, not
Mouse trap.
not that trap.
Other traps.
Yeah.
Sa-
He fell into a pit and everything like that.
And I guess on my way home, I had about an hour to kill in Newark, because you know how the trains are.
I know,
I already
the trains are-
discussed how
So
this,
you stayed in
this
you stayed
pisses
in there
me
the
off.
whole time.
So I stayed at the at the club the whole time as long as I could, and then took the train back. And once I took the train to Newark, I ended up sleeping with 2 bums for about an hour. Yeah. So I was homeless for an hour.
They usually want money, but jeez.
No, they were out. One
Okay.
guy's snoring away, and his shirt is like half up, and the other guy was face planted on the completely face planted.
And then you thought, this is where I'll sleep for an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah,
while
exactly.
wait for the
I was like,
fucking
this is
train.
perfect. I was like, they're getting away with it.
Is this sidewalk taken? No. Okay.
So
Why
I-
didn't you sleep inside
So-
with the chairs and shit?
You didn't
that,
think, like, let me go to
no, we
McDonald's
we
and
were
get a
inside.
coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I just had a little nap with
These are my people now.
I am home. Liz. Wow, man. Did they even wake up and know you there? Did you cuddle at all?
no. They
No.
didn't.
It's like
They didn't
Antoine
wake up.
Jackson from Living Color. Like, this is my piss, man. I got some dookie in there. Is that how he talked? I don't remember. So there's nothing more to the story.
I don't know. I don't know what
You don't
wanna
know?
hear.
Did they root for you
There,
or something?
there was the answer.
There's an
No,
hour
no,
of
no,
lost
no.
time.
You regained consciousness.
I just drank, so you know, I was like enjoying myself, and then towards the end, it was just like, oh, come on, I just want a bed.
Stu, you're a madman. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't think
no,
Mark
it's
can
crazy.
top that for his
No.
week. So, what do you guys say? We get to some news.
I don't even get to tell my story.
Okay,
I don't get
I'm
a
sorry.
chance. I worked all week and then I watched two good movies. Well, two movies.
See, the story is better than yours still first. Huh?
So I saw The Martian
Finally,
and I saw Straight Outta Compton.
that was amazing, right?
Yeah, it's all right.
Jesus, every time I watch a movie that I think he's gonna love, like Django Unchained, you're just like,
Yeah, it's a little
this is what's
dark
wrong
for
with
me
it. A little dark.
in more than one way.
Did you follow the path of NWA when you were a lad?
No.
No,
not
that's
at all.
probably why it was jarring to
That's
you.
well. That's what I felt about it. Was that it was like they left a lot of stuff to be like, you probably know this shit already.
Right.
Like, you know who this guy is. No need to fucking explain any of this shit.
That's a good point. It was perfect for me because
Yeah.
I was like, they're leaving stuff out because I know all these stories. I'm waiting for like the stuff to put in. They didn't put it in. I'm like, you didn't put that in the story. It's really important, but I'll let it slide. And I just kind of hate the ending where it's like, when he's like, it's so like, I hate when those like biographies have like that kind of like foreshadowing. Like at the end of the movie when he's like, when Dr. Dre's trying to leave the label members too, we went to see this movie like in August, and he's like, I'm leaving Death Row, and then Suge Knight's, oh yeah, well what are you gonna call your label? And he's like, Aftermath. It's like that's the first thing he said. Really, that was the first thing out of your
Is
head.
that what happened?
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't know.
But,
I hate
mean,
that.
Overall, I like both of them. It's pretty good.
Well, Martian was not. I think it should have took Martian out and put NWA in, but I'm biased, so that's what I.
Wait, you think NWA should have been in The Martian?
Yeah, it should have been
Sweet.
instead of Matt Damon. It should have been. No, I think Straight Outta Compton should have been nominated for Best Picture, but
Okay.
that's just me. All right, so that's all that happened to you. Another thing, let's get back to the more depressing shit. So last Tuesday was the whole like election thing happened, and I see that it might
There was
be
no election.
it was not
debate.
election. No, it was voting
Oh,
delegates.
Primaries.
Primaries.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you, Stu. Thank you, Mark. So I happen to be on usnews.com, and I don't want to get too political on the show, but I can see that one of the things I feel like should mention is a lot of people, like Mark, are you kind of like, you don't care who wins? Are you like a voting kind of guy?
I mean, I don't. It's one of those things where it's like I don't want Trump,
Mhm.
but I don't care about the rest of it. Like I just don't. I know what I don't want. The rest of it is like things will.
You'll take it, yeah.
I'll take whichever.
Now, Stu over here has told me before that he doesn't vote because he doesn't think that his vote counts, and I feel like I should tell you this right now, Stu.
the Electoral College.
Let me tell you this right now, Stu. A lot of people, being a white male as yourself, a lot of your like ancestors, everything like that, like died, so you can have the right to vote. Like I know they died of old age.
No, all my ancestors were over in Europe.
Well, not all of them. I'm sure you can just get a first person of people that live here. I'm saying before, like when you had the right to vote, like they died of old age. Now, yes, it was from being old, but like white people haven't had the right to vote. Only had the right to vote since like 1776, if that. So you got to put that in consideration. You only had the right to vote for like 300 years. So get out there and vote, damn it. That's my little PSA.
No,
I'm with Stu because I've never voted because I don't think it matters.
Well, now you have an excuse. The Electoral College. That's all you have to say, and
Yeah.
everyone's like,
I mean, I
"Oh,
agree with
okay,"
that, you
because
know.
they can overrule your vote. A whole state,
yeah.
state can they could decide, okay, this is the winner, and the state could just be like, "No, we don't want that person." All the voters are ignorant, and I forget they had some other like really like derogatory names like to what they would call it was mainly ignorance. But they're like, yep, our people are idiots. They don't know what they're talking about. We're gonna overrule and the electoral. They don't use it, but they can use it. And that
You're really
irritates me.
swaying the people at home not to vote.
Oh no, I'll
That's
do
too
a
bad.
little more research on the electoral college. Then why do we have it? Get rid of it.
Well, all right. Well, people out there who hate Trump or whatever like that and see that he's really going far in the polls, I saw like on usnews.com that actually more people actually hate him than they thought because everyone wants to apparently move to Canada. And if you guys are thinking that, you got to let me know right now so I can figure out how to work the show from going forward. If you guys want to Skype it or what
Canada's
happens.
cold. They got a lot of.
It's
geese.
cold. Yeah, but it's a nice place. So how do they know that? Like a lot of Americans after Super Tuesday have been looking to escape the juggernaut that is Donald Trump. So like if you check with Google, the data editor whose name is Simon Rogers was like saying like early on Wednesday that the Google search for how can I move out of Canada surged a lot after the Super Tuesday
How
polls.
can I move to Canada, not out of Canada?
Yeah, did I say two?
Yeah, no, you said out of
I don't know,
Canada.
I'm sorry. How can I move to Canada has been searched on Google, and it spiked over 350% in the past 4 hours since Super Tuesday happened, and it broke other records as well. And the search for move to Canada are higher than it has ever been in Google's history, according to Google Trends.
Because Canada's got that good weed.
You saw that
BC
kid,
Bud.
that Kid Cannabis movie has smashed that so much. So the two states that have been the most interested in moving to Canada are ironically the states that Trump actually won on Tuesday, Virginia and Massachusetts. And the regions most likely to be interested in moving to the land of Mounties and politeness include areas with historically liberal populations such as Boston and D.C. But if you're thinking of moving to Canada, you must know that the immigration and citizenship website has been experiencing delays, maybe because of the whole Trump thing, maybe not, who knows. Now you're thinking, what does it have to do with anything, Drill? How's that musical related? So everyone wants to move to Canada or leave the country if Donald Trump wins, including the person in the news topic right now.
They never had no terror attacks.
All right, so this is the news topic I got from ET Online, and it said Miley Cyrus has went off on Twitter and Instagram saying that if Donald Trump wins, that she's saying that she's gonna leave the country if he wins as well. So you see, if
now
Donald
I wanna-
Trump wins, it's not such a bad thing.
Now
right?
I want to vote for Donald.
So it's not a whole
just
bad
just
thing.
to see if she moves.
Yeah, and she said this.
Oh wait,
on-
my vote won't
it
really
won't count. They
impact
we
anything.
actually want her to stay. We're gonna sway the votes differently. So she says on Instagram or Twitter, she says, "I'm not gonna do an impression of her voice." She's like, "Honestly, fuck this shit. I am moving. If this is my present, I don't think I'm not gonna live here, and I don't say things I don't mean, which is bullshit." Because she said she's gonna do like fucking concerts naked last year.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
happen.
It didn't happen?
Oh, that didn't happen?
I don't think so. It would have been all the news, right?
I guess so.
Bullshit.
But I think they were going to film it, so maybe it's one of those things like they're going to come out with it. You know, they don't.
Maybe they just did a private like orgy.
No, we were supposed to be at we're
I think I'm sure that happens definitely.
supposed to be at Electric Factory. Did not happen. I bet you, $100. And plus, Mark, you're a fan of the Flaming Lips, so you probably got the inside scoop on if that occurred or not. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you and him are like this.
I like
tight.
that one album from 1993. that means I keep up with all their fucking things that they do.
Sorry. So, anyways, Miley Cyrus says that Donald Trump is a fucking nightmare, and then she says she's outraged by Trump supporters and also this female hunter that took pictures online of her hoisting up like a dead lion, and she's like, "This makes me so unbelievably scared and sad." And then she says, "Not only for our country, but for animals that I love more than anything in this world. My heart is broken into a million pieces. I think I may vomit. This picture is right.
It'd be rainbow.
This picture on the right is so disturbing. You are not destiny. It is not your job to decide when a living thing lives life is over, and you, Donald Trump, are not God no matter how much you think you are. And if he doesn't think he's God, he thinks he's a fucking chosen one or some shit. We're all just fucking jammed between his rich ass toes. We're all jammed between his rich ass toes. The difference between that and ass
He's
toes.
got ass toes.
They look like little butt cheeks.
Hashtag that, you guys, ass toes. So, what do you guys think? I know what I think about him moving away, or her moving away right now. Time to drink. We might get Miley Cyrus out of the country. We might never have to hear that fucking horrible album again.
I just want to know what someone killing a lion has to do with Donald Trump.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
didn't-
Didn't
and
get to mention
her-
that. That picture that of the girl holding the lion that she killed. The next picture over is that same girl posing with a picture with Donald Trump.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. I didn't meant to mention that in the story. But let's drink these and let's get into the little discussion about that. So, Stu, I see you're happy to see if Miley Cyrus goes. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's worth it to have that billionaire running the country?
Yeah.
Think about it. Yeah.
I think I don't weird. I think it's a job, and I think he would probably do a good job.
I see the disgust in Mark's face. He doesn't agree with you whatsoever.
I feel like this shit should just is like good as a mixer, but like, how can you stand it? I feel like you haven't
What the
even taken
UV Sugar Crush?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got
that.
this- yeah.
I'm so disgusted
there's like
with
this
you.
aftertaste of like chemicals. I don't know what the fuck.
Well,
That's tropical fruit flavor.
we're losing a
Yeah.
sponsor as you speak, Mark.
Oh man.
If we get her.
Go back to the drawing board on this one, guys. That's what I'm going to say to the UV vodka. Folks.
And that was another the opinions expressed by Snarky Mark do not reflect the rest of us here at Shadow Reviews.
What were we talking about?
We're talking about Miley Cyrus fleeing the country with Donald Trump.
Still? All right. Yeah, I don't care. She
Good.
can go fuck herself.
Okay. Will you guys be leaving too, or are you guys gonna stay regardless of what
Well,
happens?
if she lets me move in with her, I'll leave.
Okay.
I
She
mean-
can twerk on you all night, twerking
Yep.
9 to 5.
I don't know. Like, I feel like, see, because my feelings on the whole matter is like, nothing's fucking changed for me for the most part. You know, little things here and there between presidents. Like George W. Bush wasn't like he did a lot of terrible shit within policies and stuff for other people.
Yeah.
It didn't do too much for me. Maybe that's just selfish of me, but
I think I
Are
agree with you.
you
100%.
Democratic?
He doesn't vote.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, but on
I
your
guess.
political beliefs, you're more Democratic than Republican.
Democrat, liberal, yeah, sure.
Yeah, liberal, left,
Yeah, I'm a commie pinko.
left hot wing.
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, and then Obama, sure, whatever.
Black
nothing
guy,
happened.
cool. Yeah.
I feel like even if Donald Trump becomes president, like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, there are checks and balances, and like he may at this point be saying like, my first 100 days, like I'm gonna fucking do all these
That's
presidential
horrible impression.
decrees.
Try
You
again.
know, it's great.
Try a little bit
that
like
I can-
this. Go
Yeah.
on.
I feel like, you know, like they're not gonna fucking let him do half the shit he's talking about.
I agree. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's a lot of
People
talk.
fleeing the country already.
But he's gonna,
Somebody's revving
like,
their engine.
He's gonna become the worst president ever, not because of the shit that he does, but because he's not gonna do anything. You know, he's gonna try to make all this shit happen, and he's gonna be blocked by doing it. You know, they're gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
How about we don't build that wall? Like
You're gonna
a
pay for
fucking
the wall.
idiot.
He's
Yeah,
like, fuck
you. Know?
you. I ain't paying for shit.
Yeah. So you know, I feel like either way, it doesn't matter.
Well, here, as we lose,
It's to keep their citizens in, not so they leave.
Yeah.
here's the final question after Mark, and then we'll move on from this. So, if you put that into perspective, why do you think he's doing so great in the polls? You don't think people realize this, that he's not going to do anything
Oh,
like
no,
you do?
because people are fucking idiots. Like, there's
Not
so
our
many
fans, of course.
So many people that just like there's this culture of like dumb, stupid, loud, boisterous bullshit is cool, and like that guy, like, yeah, he really gets me because I fucking hate black people, and like, I've got this deep unseated rage that I don't know what to do with, and like, people hate their lives, and that's where it comes from. Is that there's just people out there who hate their lives. They hate the way that the country is. They think that someone is going to save them from the stuff they hate about themselves.
Right.
And that's not going to happen. So
Yeah.
Donald Trump's going to become president, and those people are still going to go out there and be terrible people. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing's going to save anybody. We're all doomed, and the world's going to end, and we're all going to be sad forever and ever. Amen. And that's Snarky Mark's worldview.
All right. A little somber there, but I love
I have a similar one, but you have to explain
involved-
the expansion of the universe.
Nebulas and all that stuff. Yeah. And Feed Me playing everywhere. I don't know. So, if you are a supporter of Trump or a supporter of Miley Cyrus leaving, or want to talk about this at all, or have an opinion on this, please feel free to email us at ngpowerradio@gmail.com and send all your hate mail. Make sure you put Mark's name into it before
Definitely.
you
I don't check it, so.
yeah, I'll check it so I make sure I say this is for you, Mark, and let you guys know that I'm just a messenger, you guys. I'm not saying anything until we're down to 2 heads because I don't give a fuck until that point. No point putting my 2 cents into a Mark Rubio's or our Ben Carson's or whatever like that, and then I find out they're not even gonna win or something like that.
I mean, I feel like just so many people should just smoke some weed, brah, and realize it's not that serious.
That's your Pete's allegations right there. That's how
if I was the
war
president,
should
that'd be my platform.
Yo, man,
we should all light up a fucking fatty and sit around and just realize it's not worth it.
I can't wait to see
Let's
those
all
debates.
just work together.
Why are we even fighting, man? Let's just chill out.
Those Chinese people are pretty cool. North Korea, come on, man.
I can see that at the
Yeah, I
Capitol.
can totally see
they,
those-
They pass blunts from chair to chair.
What we were
In
talking about
Congress.
again? I don't know, man. Let's just
Yeah,
adjourn.
come on,
Court
man.
dismissed.
Kim Bong Il.
I like those puns. You like those puns, Glenda? When are you gonna introduce Glenda yet? Our resident female of the podcast. How you doing over there? Thumbs up, she says. What do you want to do next? What do you want to get to? What should we do now? Reviews? Reviews! You guys looking for reviews? Not you. Not you, right? Because you just
Well,
wanna...
I can review one album.
All right, so should we do that one first?
I don't know.
What do you say, Little John? Not that button. There we go. Try it. That's like war? Holy shit. Why is every time I see a shirt, I'm like, oh shit, a Guar shirt? And it says Hogwarts. Did you see that? Look, it says Guar.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does, up here.
Next Halloween, instead of the whole Star Wars thing,
Yeah.
everyone's a member of
Everyone's Guar.
My dad had a shirt that said Jaguar, and it said he was covering it up, and it said Guar. I was like, he's got a Guar shirt?
You're like, hell yeah, Dad!
Oh,
The fuck off.
Jaguar.
Fuck you, Dad.
Rest in peace.
Oh, a little shot to the lead singer of Guar, who I never got to see live, unfortunately. That always happens to me. When I want to see someone live, I mean, when I find out they died, then I'm like, oh man, I should have saw them live. It's kind of like you start caring about paintings after they pass away. Yes, Clinda.
what this tastes like.
Come here, Clinda. What's wrong with it?
No, it's not wrong. It tastes like purple Dimetapp that you used to take when you was a kid.
Purple Dime
Purple
Tap's better.
Dimetapp.
It is. I'd rather take shots of Purple Dime Tap.
We gotta
We
ask
should
you-
do that.
Okay.
Oh, scissor. We're going to have scissor shot day.
I thought that's what you. Mark has like a bottle of like purple stuff. I thought he was drinking syrup on the show. That's why he's like, this stuff disgusts me. You gotta drink the
this
real
is,
shit.
Just water with grape
twisted lime.
flavored energy stuff in it.
Codeine.
All right. So what do you guys say we do Macklemore first and let Stu just sit there all sad?
Fine. I'm telling you, I couldn't find that title. It wasn't there.
How about this, Stu?
The album was not there.
We'll make this fair for you, Stu. Look at it. Like when me and Mark review it, since you never heard it before, you'll be like the audience. You'll be able to decide if this is for you or not based on our review.
Okay.
Right? will kind of work out like that.
You know what? I have a feeling I won't like it.
We'll see. We'll see.
He's shaking his head.
All right. So Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and their album is called "This Unruly Mess I've Made." Now, in case you didn't know, they're a hip hop duo from Seattle, featuring Ben Haggerty, aka Macklemore, is the rapper. Ryan Lewis is the DJ. So it's kind of like a little like white version of a
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince, yes. And the comedic yet catchy song "Thrift Shop" put them on the scene in like 2012. Then their debut album, which is called The Heist, won 4 Grammys, including Best Rap Album, beating out new albums from Jay-Z, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and Kanye, which Macklemore said that Kendrick Lamar's album was better than his, so he was surprised as much as we were. And that album features serious songs too, like the song "Same Love," which is a song about like gay pride and acceptance. So the question is, with this second album, did he enter like a sophomore slump, or is he like getting better for each album? And I don't know about you, Mark, but with the first song, was called "Light Tunnels," kind of like a combination of like 80s funk and hip hop beats into like orchestra background, like a whole musical thing happening.
Yeah.
Where he's like kind of like describing his life, and like the pressures of fame, going up to the award for the best Grammy and everything like that, which I mentioned before. I found musically the song was like all over the place. What's up?
Cat's attacking Mark.
Oh, the cat.
Cat bit me.
He was petting it, and the cat was just like,
He's like, you better like this album, Mark. I worked hard on this shit. So this first song, like, I thought the music was kind of like all over the place, and I found like what he was actually saying was like really like disingenuous,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't really like buying into it too much.
Yeah, I mean,
The first song, anyway.
yeah, the first. I mean, I kind of dug it. I mean, the thing I like about now, I didn't listen to this first album.
Me neither. I
So
only heard
I only know the
the
two
hits, yeah.
the 2 songs pretty much off of it. But I kind of felt like, all right, what I know about Macklemore is like he's sort of this like genuine guy who raps about his life and, you know, Instagram and I don't know,
Yeah.
loving gay people, and like he's like his angle of being a rapper is like, I'm gonna be real and true to who I am and like just talk about, you know, like being a good person. I think.
Yeah, he's like the antithesis of Eminem, where they're both.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be in the pigeonhole of like Vanilla Ice, but he wanted to be like kind of like, you know, I want to have fun with rap music, but I want to take social things seriously. But I'm a white guy, so I have to like.
So I'm gonna rap
figure
about
things out, you
like
know?
mundane shit.
Yeah.
Like going to the thrift store, I guess. You know.
Right. I got to get that first hit popular song on the map, and then I can.
Yeah, and this, but I
Come
felt
in.
like this, the first song at the gate, I was like, oh, boo-hoo for you. Fucking celebrities have it so hard.
Yeah.
Pressures of fame. Oh, the girl told you that you looked okay, even though you thought you looked orange because she was putting makeup on you. Like, and I don't know. It's just, listening to it, I was like, all right, he's complaining about shit that nobody cares about.
Right.
You know, this is what you're rapping about now because you're famous now.
It was completely disingenuous. Like I said, it was like you're just doing this. It sounded like a paint by the numbers like kind of song. And then the next song, Downtown, which has been a popular song, is kind of like a little sequel to Thrift Shop in my eyes, like kind of like
Yeah.
another party song. But it's got more of a vibe of like that Mark Ronson song, Uptown Funk. Song's got Kumo D's too. You might be interested in that. Kumo D, Melly
yeah.
Mel,
Oh, yeah.
Grandmaster Flash, all on this song as in their wasted guests, I think.
Yeah.
Very annoying hook at the same time with the girl saying like, you know, downtown, and the shitty choir too. I hated all that shit.
I mean, yeah.
So
I-
first 2 songs I was like, this sucks.
All right. Well,
Like,
I mean, okay. When I worked at the corporate CD store,
Okay.
I liked this song because it was different. It's a different sound. It's got some like, it's not repetitive really. It's kind of the same. You know, it's interesting at least to listen to. And the only thing I don't like about it is that he says the word scrotum in it. And that just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I
Because
hate
he's talking
scrotums.
about my scrotum's dragging across the concrete is what he says, and it's
Oh.
like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
You
say
hate
it some other way.
you hate when people talk about how big their penises and balls are.
Well, he's talking about being so low on it. The song's about buying a moped.
Okay.
And-
Okay.
And he talks about his scrotum's dragging on the concrete as he rides a moped. It's like, dude, not like, especially because there like this when, well, for me, this is my personal story of the song.
Right.
Is that they censor certain words in it. You know, like it's like a clean version, and I thought it was weird that within the clean version of the song, they say scrotum still. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good point. Good
Like
point.
in the store,
Yeah.
I'm like, this makes me uncomfortable.
All right, so it brings you back to those days when you were in the shackles of hell, which is
Yes.
shackled in hell
Yeah.
with that particular job.
But overall, I like that song.
Okay,
it's
so-
not terrible to me.
Okay, I guess since it reminds me of another song, that's why I had that opinion. I will admit this though, I did like the next song, Brad Pitt's Cousin. I kind of liked the beat was kind of tight, but it switches too much at times. So that's my whole problem in the first place. The songs, like the beats are switching too much, so I can't really. Every time you're doing something cool, like you go to something else, I don't like that. And then that affects the next song, which is called Buckshots with the KRS-One. And he can't even fucking help that song. He's got a sick beat, but the biggest problem with that song is they got a fucking trumpet that plays the whole way through like one note, like the whole fucking song. I was like, "You really gonna do this in the whole song?"
Well, it's just like burn.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Fuck. I'm like, "You're gonna do the whole fucking song?" And then now all the party songs all the feel good songs are out the way. I felt like the middle of the album started to get more serious. Like Growing Up, like sounds like kind of like a guitar riff, kind of like remind me of the Lou Reed song "Walk on the Wild Side." And that song features Ed Sheeran on there, and it has Macklemore like as a father talking to his kid, giving him advice, stuff like that. And then there like more serious topics like Kevin's overdose is one song, and then Macklemore's drinking problem and the song St. Ides. Musically, I feel like also as well the music starts to get more like jazzy, bluesy with like pianos and like brass instruments. So it's kind of like a downer at that point with the album. Would you agree with that, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I felt like some of the slower stuff worked better for me because if he's trying to be genuine and like this, you know, the cause rapper, you know, he's gonna have a song about gay rights, he's gonna have a song about drug overdoses, he has a song about, you know, whatever it is. I just feel like that stuff rung true to me as opposed to like, to me the biggest downfall of the whole album was just like the overall thing where he has songs where he's like talking about his friend who overdosed.
Yeah.
But then he has another song where he's talking about partying and doing drugs. You know, like
Okay.
you know, and I
think
felt
we're
like
getting into that song next you're talking about.
I felt like
yeah.
it's just like sort of this weird mix where he's caught in between. I should do more songs that are like this genuine feelings thing because that's what people responded to off the first album. But then again, I'm still a rapper and I still need to live in that world of like the excess and like we're gonna obviously talk about how great I am and this is I don't know.
So he's like Pink.
It's totally like Pink.
Yeah.
He's misunderstood.
Yeah. So Stu, as an outsider, would you prefer like a person be funny and then serious and like later, or should they like mix them up, like kind of like shuffling serious and funny songs together, like two serious, one funny, two serious, one funny, one serious, two funny, something like that?
I think if you're a funny rapper, you should have 70% of it be funny, and then.
But how should you rank the track listing? I'm saying
The
how
rest.
should you organize the songs? That's my biggest problem. It gets like serious after a while, like
Well, that's
real
yeah,
serious.
I mean, the
like,
thing
for a while.
about it, that's what I thought.
You're
was
right.
Weird.
You're right. It would be better to go back and forth.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird because it is like a funny rap sometimes. Like there's some songs where it's like, oh, this is just funny, like supposed to be funny, like it's supposed to be a joke almost. You know,
Yeah.
like that Brad Pitt's Cousin song.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to it, I'm like, I don't even understand what this is. Like it feels like I'm listening to music made for this generation, which is good and bad because for me, I'm just like, I don't understand these kids these days. Sometimes, like,
Get off my lawn.
It can't, you know.
Get off my lawn.
It's rap, but it's like there's a cause for it. You know, like it's for good people. You know, I don't know. There's just like it's kind of like this, but it's also like that. The beat changes from this to that, and it's like to me, it's just confusing sometimes. It's a mixed message to me, and maybe it's just me being older and not understanding like the current vibe of the culture, but. Some of it's like that you know in 21 Jump Street when they come to school and they're like, wait, the goth kids are now friends with the jocks. Who are the fuck are those kids over there? You know, like they don't get it anymore.
We don't, but we're trying to relate to you guys out there if you're younger than us. But we're really trying.
Yeah, what
to
happened to that
understand it.
millennial we used to have?
I
in
know.
here?
We wish we had her back, but whatever. We'll find a new millennial. We're taking casting calls for that. So it gets funny again, Stu, which I want to guess Mark's opinion on this. Lightheartedness returns with the song "Dance Off," and I was like,
Oh yeah,
like my biggest problem with this song is like the challenge to a dance off like part. You think the song's gonna be great, like the guy like will challenge you to a
Yeah.
dance off. It's like the music's like building up. I'm like, oh shit, it's about to drop. Beat drops and it's just like mediocre. I'm like, oh man, you fucked this up. Like if this song plays at the club, I'm gonna stay at Wallflower the whole time. I don't give a fuck, man. What'd you think of that song, Mark?
Yeah, I thought the same way. It's like there's this build up and then it just sort of
Yeah.
flops.
Yeah.
I mean, for the whole album, maybe he's like too self conscious and is like, it can't be Grammy award winning again because I feel bad about taking the Grammy. You know, it's like that whole that first song really lays it all out where he's like talking about how he's like, oh man, like he's so nervous about being a celebrity
yeah.
and being a part of it. And it's just like, man, this is what you fucking signed up for.
But we can't agree. I hope we do agree. He does turn it all around for me, being who I am a little bit. I like Let's Eat because I can relate to it. It was a cute song. But the last song, which is called White Privilege 2, I actually listened to the first version of this to make sure I can compare the two because the first version is on the first album. It's a sequel to that. And the first song on this first album is like kind of like a simple hip hop beat, and he's talking about his place in the rap community as a white guy. Now the second version, which is on this album, is a lot darker and covers issues from like Black Lives Matter to like Iggy Azalea. And I think the preachiness, the commentary samples that come in between the song, and the over 8-minute long track length makes the song a bit too much to stomach, but it's very topical, and it can easily open a dialogue for like race issues. So I don't know what you thought about the last song, Mark. I thought that was I was on the fence about it, but I'm like, this is really deep at the same time. I was like, I like this song a lot.
That like I said, that's what I like about Macklemore in general is that I feel like
shit.
he's
Compliment on Macklemore, guy.
No, I mean, I admire anyone who's trying to give him a positive message out there in dealing with their newfound fame and actually sticking to a sort of a more positive message, to try to start a dialogue that's important rather than have it all be about party songs and whatever.
Yeah, but this song was not about him, as so to speak. It's more about something that you're surprised he's even tackling being who he is and being his color. But I was just like, is this more like a song that he's just trying to pander to like black people, or is this like really something he's like? Because he hits some points that's like, oh shit, that's interesting that you're thinking about the same thing that we've been saying for years as black people. So I was like, for me, the things I liked about this album in closing, I'll get to it real quick. I like KRS-One part on it. I like Chance the Rapper's verse on the song Need to Know. I thought that was great. A couple of tracks on this album I really like, but for the most part, a lot of songs have some good things right here and there. But the thing that I didn't like is the structure of the album is like incoherent to me, and some of the songs are switch up the beat too much, and the middle part, like I said earlier, is a little too somber for me. I didn't like that, and I almost give this album a skip this, but that fucking last song is what really brought the rating up for me a little bit. I thought it was a really powerful song that you can just talk about for endless days for everybody out there. So yeah, I went up a little bit and set up this album you can download. Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know. I didn't have too many preconceived notions about who Macklemore is coming into this because I don't really care. Overall, the album I thought was pretty good, and definitely, it gets a little somber in the middle. But that's what I sort of admire about it, is that it's not trying to be too much of like your typical rap these days, And production-wise, I really liked a lot of the beats and stuff, and I thought it was interesting and wasn't too crappy. So
That's what I was gonna say.
When it's-
I was gonna fill in for you. I was like, shitty?
trying to think of the word for it.
You said crappy, but I was gonna say
yeah.
shitty.
But yeah,
Wasn't
I
too
would
shitty.
go download it also.
Download. Okay, see, so you're reading that, Stu. See, that means Stu,
I'll have to listen to it.
or you don't. Whatever. It's on the
You
fence
both,
for us.
you both. I'll have to download it
I think the last song is really what's the one.
because I
you should
couldn't
listen to.
find it.
Yeah, the last song is really what I think makes the album worthy of even hearing. But that's just our opinion. If you want to tell us what you think, you can let us know in the commentary section. The comments send us a comment there, or you can email us and let us know what you think of this album by Macklemore. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Like, if you had the chance, what would you rate it? We love to know what you think. All right. So I see Stu here. You're down. You're upset. Let's get little John here to cheer you up. Really? You sure? You are not liking this. Yeah. Are you sure you want more?
Yeah.
Okay. Just know when to say when, Mark.
Well, it's not that strong.
It's not that good either, he's saying. You should pick. What do you want next week? What do you like?
Whiskey. Take your medicine.
Down the hatch.
Purple Dimetap.
Here comes this airplane. Here comes the oil spill into the ocean.
I would say like Honey Jack.
Honey Jack. Did we do that before? Are
Yeah, I think we did.
you sure?
Yeah, we did.
We did the Baron-
We must have done Honey Jack.
Not
Yeah,
Baron
we did
Yeager,
Baron.
something else.
We did Baron Yeager. That's Honey.
The first show you came on, which was like the bear something, you liked that one, right? Though I forget what it was called, but I'll have to look it up. But maybe we can. Since it's a new year, we might be able to redo some drinks.
I have no idea. I mean, I don't drink any of this stuff that often, so.
Bring back the favorites.
You want to do a heroin show one day?
Yeah.
Heroin?
No, thank you.
Heroin reviews.
Heroin reviews.
Syringe. Everybody. I don't know. All right. Stu's back here now, so now we'll review an album he did listen to, the 1975 album, which is called I Like It When You Sleep, For You Are So Beautiful, Yet So Unaware of It. We like the long album
I
titles,
fucking hate
right?
this fucking shit.
You hate the long titles names? Or the album in general?
I mean, yeah, all
Okay.
of it. I didn't like this one.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You jumped the gun so fast.
Premature review, but I can't hold it in.
Okay. Let me just get a little introduction, and then we'll get to a part where I think you can join in. So, they're a British alternative band, and in 2013, they toured extensively, opening up for bands like the Rolling Stones, Muse, and The Neighborhood before releasing their self-titled debut. And that particular first album came in at #1 on the UK charts. And the music has been described as electro pop, funk, synth pop, and indie rock all in the one. And after a short gospel intro on this first album, which is kind of like a trend now, people are doing that. Like Kanye did it now, they're doing it, whatever. The retro funk rock song "Love Me" starts things off, which I found like that song was like a combines like new wave of like early Red Hot Chili Peppers with like new wave at the same time. Which the first song I really liked a lot. Can you guys, Stu? I know what you're gonna say, Mark. Like when the album jumps off, Stu, were you into it?
Yes, I was into it. I heard the theremin playing. I was like, boo! It's like,
did
all
that?
right, yeah. You know, well, they were doing it.
Yeah. So the first song I liked, and the second song is called "Ugh," which continues like that same sound. It's like kind of like more like a disco funk '70s song, with Michael Jackson singing. So I'm like, all right, I'm digging this album. And then the third song, which is called "A Change of Heart," I'm like, this kind of sounds a little bit like Wham. A little bit like Wham, but all right, I'm not really like this song, but whatever. Then the shit goes south immediately after that. I was like,
No,
oh.
it just gets a little dreamy. It's a little boring, but relaxing at times.
I was
Kinda
not
like-
relaxed. I was tense.
No?
No, like the song, like with which I think Mark will agree with me on. They have like a grungy like guitar song, like kind of reminds me of Smashing Pumpkins. The song was called "Lost My Head," and it fucking stays stagnant the whole time. I was like, dude, like is this song gonna go anywhere? The band finally kicks in. I look at the time, thing like, oh, you only got fucking 30 seconds. What are you gonna do with that? Song's over by then. The song I liked was called "The Ballad of Me and My Brain." I like the low distorted synthesizers and the off-tempo drum beat loop. But then again, who did not like Peter Gabriel 3 decades ago? So, what are you going to say about that? And that beat on "Loving Someone," it's a song that is somewhat original and creative. I'm like, all right, I like this. But of course they fuck it up by the chorus. Of course. The title track is like over 6 minutes long of pointless random noises. And at that point, I was like, Suicide is an alternative to ever listen to this album again.
No, it's dreamy. It was a little like dreamscape.
What are you, like a 16-year-old girl looking at a boy
No,
band?
it
What
was
does that
like-
mean, dreamy?
It was like relaxing and like you know, you're looking for some high energy thing, and it wasn't that.
I'm looking for like not hearing 80s music.
Oh,
But I see where wit ends, Mark. What was your initial problem?
result.
Well, I mean, I think all right. So like that "Love Me" song, I kind of dig. Like it's catchy. It's got a good thing going for it. I don't have a problem with it overall. They were on SNL a couple weeks ago. I thought they were garbage. Before that, the only thing I knew about them was that only exclusively teenage girls bought their album at the store I worked at,
Yeah.
like constantly. Like we sold out of it several times, and like
Their
had to
first album, you're saying?
yeah, their
Okay.
first album. And I don't get it. I don't understand what this music is. Like overall, like I liked some of the slower stuff. It was at least bearable to me, but like overall, I felt like they were trying too hard to be 80s, to like fill this weird niche of like retro synth sounds, and like I don't know. I didn't dig it. And it was like I was listening to it and I was like, all right, well, this has got to be towards the end, right? Song 7 of 16. It's like, fuck you guys. Too long.
I listened to it at work, so I didn't have
Okay.
a choice. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of boring. I'm gonna have some coffee right now.
Well, like you're saying, Stu, you didn't hate it, not because you're at work, because it doesn't matter where your setting is. It was like, what was keeping your attention so much as opposed to Mark's? Why? What did you like more than what did you like about it?
Oh, because it was all like synthesizers.
Yeah,
shit.
that's why I thought he loved that shit.
I mean, I like synth stuff.
It was
too,
all
you know?
old analog
Yeah,
equipment.
I mean, that's what I do like about it is that there's something to it, sure, but overall it was boring to me and like not interested. I wasn't interested. I didn't like it. It didn't click with me, and then I stayed angry with it the whole time.
Like I was getting mad because every time I heard a song, I was like, "Oh, it sounds like this band. This sounds like that band." And it's like and it's like, "Are you gonna stay in this decade?" That's like I don't get like you were going great in the beginning because you were combining different things you're like your own thing, which is fine. But now you're just sounding blatantly like a particular song I've heard 30 years ago. Then the sound comes on, which I was like, all right, it's got a catchy hook. Keyboards and drum loops is nice and uplifting. That's cool. But I want to ask you guys about the song Paris, which I'm not really sure if that song's about the last year's attacks, but I am sure,
or Paris Hilton.
I am sure it's like a tribute to Sting, like his music.
Okay.
Like it's like I couldn't really Paris Hilton. I just got that. It was a little dated too. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's about Paris Hilton. But it's definitely about how Sting was a great artist. Let's do a song like Sting would do. And then Nana comes on, which is sounds like a cheesy like Justin Bieber acoustic song, like what Justin Bieber used to do in the old days. But at least it was somewhat modern. I was like, all right, this is like I sound like someone else, but this is like more newer. And then they end it with the last song, She Lays Down, which is like that cliche acoustic guitar outro song that shitty bands do and record like the shitty like recording vocals. I'm like, good. It could be a demo, but do a better version and then put it on.
Yeah,
Sick
that's
of
the one
this
thing
whole
I've
thing.
noticed, like listening to albums for the podcast, is like you see how many bands like try to follow that same formula of like the last song's got to be this like slow ballad, you know?
Yeah.
Why?
It happens a lot.
Dude, last songs are always horrible.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like
I
come
hate
on,
the
man.
last song.
I think the best way to go with this review, you guys, is let's start with Mark since he kind of like previewed his final rating. Let's get yours out of the way. What do you think?
I was gonna say like go listen to that Cage the Elephant album again because it gets better and the last song is like one of the better songs on the album.
Right.
They did it right. This one sucked. Skip it.
Skip it. All right.
Well, a lot of the times they try to put their faves, like the good songs, all towards the beginning of the
know.
album. So like,
But I
so like,
disagree with that.
nobody's gonna listen to it that long. You know, who cares what's at the end of it?
They should just do all the good songs and put it on the whole album. All good songs.
right?
That's it.
I know. What a thought.
Oh wait, but then it's an EP.
I mean, that's the thing is that it's like it's weird because like I think it's just some artists now don't think about the album as an album anymore because
Right.
of the way that people consume music.
Yeah.
But you know, there still are people who do, and they put their fucking slowest, shittiest song at the end.
Yeah, yeah. Because they want people to think like, oh my god, they're really opening up. They're being so emotional.
Yeah.
Oh shit. That reminded me we forgot a news topic. We'll get to that. We'll have to go back to that.
Oh,
I said the word. Oh shit.
We never talked about emo.
Yeah. All right. So
Kalinda
anyway,
said reviews, and you were like, "Yes, master."
she owns the place we record at. What can I do? So let me get my review, and then we'll do the final review. We'll go back to that. You guys, I'm really sorry we forgot to do that. We'll get back to that. So my review of this 1975 album is the biggest problem I had, beside the nosedive it took after 2 songs, is that it sounds like music from like 1986. Like I said, like the songs like "She's America" and "This Must Be a Dream" are so 80s, right down to like the sax solo at the end. I'm like, I might be biased because I remember a couple weeks ago, me and Stu reviewed a band called Basement, and they sound a lot like a band from the 1992, and I kind of like 90s music opposed to 80s music, but still. In the case of this band, I'd never seen so much potential wasted on blatant nostalgia. So I say go buy a pure 80s compilation and call it a day. You can skip this. Stu?
I kind of enjoyed it at work. It got me through the day.
Uh-huh.
And I would download it to listen to it. I thought it had very nice theremin and interesting dreamscapes, but yet very yawny and boring. But if you're up for that,
Are you going to say
it'd get you through the day.
a low download this, a high skip this?
It's a download.
Okay, just a download one. I knew you liked this shit. I'm glad you picked that best. That out of the 3 albums you could listen to, I'm glad you picked that one. Because I'm not...
It's the only one I could find.
Not giving not spoiling the next one, but I'm just saying. So, if you heard this album, let us know what you think in the comment section. Did you like the album? Did you hate it? If you wanted to rate it, what would you give it? Send all your emails, all your comments to us. Thanks. How about some more shots? Look at you pulling the bottle right now.
I
You're-
read
you're-
your mind.
You're actually getting in front of a.
I
little John.
had the bottle right as you saw that too. I was like, he was like, why don't you? Oh!
I was looking at the time, like, dude, we're killing time. I forgot we got another article. But we'll do that. We'll do emails after this final review. And these shots we drink.
You got to do the emails.
God,
All
because
right.
I don't want to get people mad.
Salute.
All right, sit back, Stu, and enjoy another review from me and Snarky over here.
Well, I might step out.
And we're not going
and let you
anywhere.
guys just battle it out.
You gonna leave us? All right. Hey, guess. Hey,
We need
Lovebirds.
someone on the mic
Yes.
lovebirds.
because I'm gonna step out for a minute.
Yeah, just for a minute. You
I know you're
don't have to go anywhere. We'll see if they want to come over.
Call them landlords.
Landlords and landladies. Yes.
Oh, us.
Who else is in the room?
No, you're landlord and landlady.
Landlady. Do you guys want to sit in for this Say Anything review?
We got one open mic.
We didn't listen to the album.
It's okay. Do you guys listen to heard the band before? No. Okay.
All right, nobody wants to sit in. Cool. It's you and Mark.
All right.
You should start listening to the album.
No, I lost my phone. I left it at work.
You're like a Lady Gaga. You lost your phone, right? Was it that song? She's like, "Where are my keys? I can't
Oh,
find
and
my phone."
here's the huge irony. When I went to
Webster Hall.
Webster Hall in New York, what does the stamp say for re-entry? Where's your phone? Look, I still have it on my hand.
That's great.
It says, "Where's your phone?" I was like, "Ah, fuck!
What does that even mean? Though? I
Where
don't
is
get
my
it.
phone?"
Why are you in a phone in a rave? I don't get it. But okay. Be gone, Stu. Get your cancer.
They probably had people like leaving their phones inside. So they just
Like,
made a
oh
stamp
shit,
that
I don't
says,
have my
"Where's
phone.
your
You're right.
It's pretty great.
I'm so concentrating on cigarettes. So Say Anything. Album is called I Don't Think It Is. and it's their 7th album from the emo/indie rock band. And in 2001, they released their debut album, Baseball, which is not only hard to find, but a rare opportunity when they play their songs live in concert. Second album is called Is a Real Boy, which saw the success of the hits with the hit songs like Alive with the Glory of Love and Wow, I Can Get Sexual Too. I know you. That's when you heard them too at that point, right, Mark?
Called her on the phone and she touched herself. That one, yeah.
That's a really good impression. Yes, that's what they sound like. So the third album, which is called In Defense of the Genre, was a double album featuring many guest artists on there as well. So the next 3 albums after that were not too mainstream, but their core fans were still pleased with them.
I bet.
Now, this is the thing you got to know about Say Anything, Clint, if you're listening. Due to the lead singer Max Bermus's bipolar disorder and his drug use, not only does it cause Say Anything's music to be all over the place, but it's also causes several members of the band to leave over the years. So, first song, Mark, which is called "Give a Damn."
Yeah.
I don't know if you did or not.
Well,
He's screaming his lyrics all over the distorted lo-fi, like jarring guitar rock, and it kind of reminded me of like a clash between like the Black Keys and Brand New on acid. And I was like, I was not expecting it to sound like this when it started.
yeah. I mean,
But when the song ended, I was thinking to myself, what was that? Right?
this is the problem that we have is that you want to go song by song, and I'm always like,
I'm
this
not.
whole fucking album is just like I feel like overall this whole thing like sounds like a demo.
All of it?
A lot of it.
Okay, a lot of
Maybe
it. I'll
not
give you
all
that.
of it,
Yeah.
but a lot of it I felt like was just like I don't know, it's recorded weird. There's like this weird reverby over modulated crunchiness to his vocals that I didn't like. Like I'll say the only thing I know of Say Anything is a Real Boy, which you introduced me to more or less. I mean, I knew that one song because they used to play the shit out of that video on Fuse a lot.
Yeah.
But then that whole album we played together a lot at the store.
Oh, yeah, that was you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
And,
I remember
like,
listening to it at work, but who was there?
I fucking love that CD. It's really good. And like part of what I love about it is his vocal delivery. It's like very enunciated and very I don't know, like there's something different about the way that he writes lyrics and the way that he sings and says things. And there's like a rawness to it. There's an emotionalness to it, a lot of the stuff. And I like that. And this one, going from that, which is, I guess, what you said, their second album,
Yeah.
to the 7th, and not really knowing too much in between, I feel like something was lost, which is mostly the ability to write songs that are also catchy in addition to, like, just, like, scribbling every thought that comes into his head.
Yeah. Due to his sickness, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I just felt like a lot of the songs on this are, like, mishmashes of stuff that could be better if they were filtered through someone who knew how to write better songs. You know, like there was good stuff in there, and there's just nothing like nothing's too catchy, nothing is like, and nothing too insightful. It's just like a mishmash of like word vomit and weird distorted guitar, like distorted shit that shouldn't be distorted, weird drum patterns and like electronic drums and real drums and him screaming over everything and screaming too much when he should just be singing it. Like, you know, like emphasizing the wrong shit. Like, I felt like his just delivery of it was wrong. Like, you know, he's screaming, everything is screaming, and I'm gonna say this because that. Like, and it's
But
like,
then he would like mellow out at times, though. So
Yeah.
I don't agree with you 100%. But
well, I'm just generalizing
Yeah.
a lot of the album.
Okay.
To me, what it felt like was that, yeah, it's just like a lot of it could have been tighter and reined in a little bit.
well, I'm sorry I disagree with you for the most part with the whole yelling because I think he went off jump like that with the first 2 songs, that and Rum. He was like screaming shit, and it's like I can't get with this because and then when in the second one he's like screaming, and at the same time trying to kind of have like a hip hop like flow. I'm like, is this like kind of like emo hop? Like I don't get it. And I was like, like the song, like he's like screaming and crying about things. And I thought it was like almost like hearing like a kindergartner who didn't get the last swing rapping, you know. But a song I like, I'm like, this song is good, which is kind of funny because it's a song called "So Numb." It's got like an indie grunge sound, and it's like only a minute and a half, and it's too short for them to have the time to changed like genres like 8
Yeah.
times for the whole thing. So I'm like, this song is good because they don't have enough time to go any more forward with that. I like when they like kind of like do like 90s stuff, like the song Jimny. Like kind of sound like Pavement, which I thought you would agree with me on that.
I
song.
like that one actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like musically random like the previous tracks, so I enjoyed that one, like I said. But then they get to like what the band's known for, like what you were like. He's like getting all emotional because they get like emo on the song, which has a long title called "The Brent Easton Elias School of Witchcraft and Wizardry." It's like that's when they get like more like acoustic folky.
Hmm.
And he's like talking, he's like whining about like high school and like who was fake during that time. But it's like, are you a little old to be caring at this point? I thought the music for that song was decent. Lyrically, it was like fucking bland.
Oh yeah, there's a podcast going on.
Welcome back, Stu. But the way I had to disagree with you, I thought I thought they finished strong at the end. The second half of the album was good with like the song the bass lines on Wired Man. Wired Man was great. I liked the song Attaboy where it's like a 7-minute long song, you guys. And he's like singing about Batman in the beginning. And it switches like kind of like a Death Cab for Cutie, like more mellow tune for the rest of the song. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. The last song I don't really want to talk about, but I want to say this, like when he yells in the last song, which was called Varicose Visage. Sorry. Way he sings on that song kind of remind me of the way Zach De La Rocha like sings his vocals, but without the political side of what he says from Rage Against the Machine.
I have
Like-
to re-listen to it.
Yeah. But as for this album in general, when it's not hurting my ears with like the chaotic noises like with the song like Groshua or wallowing in like stagnation with the song Princess, the band really showcases their talent and tightness musically because they're really good at switching from one sound to the next. But I don't get the sporadicness of the band at all.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't like people that listen to this band like after I heard it I can't remember the way a song sounded because it's not catchy like you said, Mark.
Yeah, I mean the thing about it too is that the album that I like I know that he did most of the music to it. Like he played a lot of the instruments on it while recording it.
Mm.
So to me is like, is he still doing that, and is he just now like lost the ability to like put it together? Like, sure, like it I don't know. It just it's not all there for me.
Yeah, so I agree with you. It's like in a way, but I enjoyed it more than you didn't. But it's just like the way I'm gonna rate this is because I don't get it, but I'm saying like fans out there, you're gonna like this album. So I'm gonna have to come in between that and say like it's for you, it's not for me. But I'm gonna say you can download this album in the final rating from me. Mark.
Yeah, I mean this is like the opposite of the other one, where like I feel like you were more on the downside and I was coming more from the upside. Now you're coming more from like it's good, but I still want to say download it, and I'm like it's kind of crappy, but I still want to say download it. It's like a low download it for me.
Let's just say this.
It's still pretty like it's interesting to listen to. Like there's some good stuff in there. It's not all terrible, but
I've never heard them. What do they sound like?
oh, they're sort of all over the place. I mean,
Yeah.
their earlier stuff, at least to me, is more of a I don't know what would you
Coherent?
call it? Pop punk, maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit. I don't know, emo punk. I don't know.
It's so
We're gonna
hard
get
to
into
describe
that
because
word,
they're
yeah.
like I said since I said the lead singer is bipolar and he had a drug habit, all their music is all over the place. But I don't
So
want to say it's all
he's Micah,
They're a band that's,
mentally ill, chemically addicted.
yeah, like they're a band that like it's very much about the singer and the way that he sings is very like in your face, and you can always like you could hear all the word like he's just. I'm going to say everything that I'm going to say, and you can hear every word because I will enunciate it all the time.
He does do that. It's true.
Yeah.
So your final rating is download this too.
Download it. Check
All right.
it out.
So great. So if you heard this album, let us know what you think in the comments, or you can send us an email. Did you like this album? Did you hate it? What do you think of the new Say Anything album? Is it emo? Is it to the point where you like it? Do you like all the spragness of it? Do you hate it? Tell us what you think. No, what's great about this whole thing? We agreed on all three. This finally only took like 2 months, and now we're on the same page, Mark.
Yeah.
why bother having you give your opinion anymore? It's just I'll just say yours, and if you can't make a show next time, I'll just say this is what Mark thought of it.
There you go. That works.
Yes. So I'm really sorry we forgot to get to this last article. So we'll get to this real quick,
Article. I want to hear the emails.
and then we'll get to the email. That's what people out there are saying right now. Do the emails. But God damn it, I fucked up. I'm sorry, but we're gonna get to this thing because I teased in the beginning. We have to talk about it.
All right, what's
The
this
emo
article?
shit that we were talking about.
Yes.
Back to news.
Back to news. All right, I'll play it right now. It's the rare time it happens. We're going back to news, and RollingStone.com has released their 40 greatest emo albums of all time. And to save some time, I thought this earlier, I'm going to knock it down to 20. That way, we're not here doing all 40 albums, because as you heard earlier in the show, Stu is very passionate about what emo is and what emo is not.
Same with trap.
So I'm gonna read the top 20 list, and we're gonna see if you agree or disagree, and we'll talk about bands that we do not know, we're not aware of, and then everything like that. So emo music has been more than 30 years since the punk rock confessional, heart on the sleeve offshoot emo music came screaming from Washington D.C. and around a decade since its commercial peak, which Mark was talking about when he actually was missing that time. But emo has a moment in 2016 thanks to Panic! At the Disco scoring their #1 album this year, and Dashboard Confessional serving as a basis on the Jeopardy question. And the fourth wave emo bands like Title Fight and Into It Over It have become the toast of music sites. Here are the top 20 albums from the fragile genre where being sad makes everyone so happy. Number 20, At the Drive-In, In Casino Out. Now, Mark, you're a big fan of
Oh, that's number 20?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I never even would have considered them emo. I didn't
Really?
Ever considered emo. Yeah.
Hmm.
Although in Casino Out, I'm not as familiar with as some of their other stuff, but yeah.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Damn. I thought you would know that.
I know Relationship of Command very well.
The popular one he knows.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yes. Number 19, Brand New Deja. Say the last other word.
And Todd de Babata.
Which is French for already heard. It's not to say that there, but I took French in high school, so I knew that.
Yeah, that's the one brand new album that I like.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, everyone would call Blasphemy who liked the first one better.
Oh yeah.
But that's
I feel
not-
like we talked about them one of the last times.
Yeah.
And this is the album I was referring to when I said that I like one album.
Right, I remember that, but
Yeah.
I think the first two albums are the best thing, but that second album is what they're saying is number 19 on our list. Number 18, Saves the Day Through Being Cool, which I'll say is the best album I've heard from Save the Day. But I think it's weird because, ironically, I thought the next album with the song At Your Funeral was when they really dove into like the emo sound of that time.
I don't know what they are.
Is there any Victory Records on here?
Maybe. Number
Maybe.
17, Mineral. Album is called The Power of Failing. Anyone
Oh.
heard of Mineral?
No.
All right, so what they say about Mineral is plenty of the musicians treated Sunny Day Real Estate like a blueprint and sported their fandom like a badge of honor. But the ones who wore it best were these four youngsters from Austin. And they had a good sense of mining shoegaze for Euphoria. And when Mineral cranked up the distortion on the songs like Gloria and Parking Lot on this particular album, it felt bigger than the band that created it before. So we never heard of the band, but
Yeah. I'll
let us
check
know.
it out. Why not, right? Parking
Number
lot. I like that shit.
Number 16, Drive Like Jew. Album was called Yank Crime from 1994.
1994.
Anyone heard that?
I've heard of them.
Okay, thank you.
I've
don't
never
know.
heard of them.
Drive like Jehu or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Drive Like Jehu. Is that how you say it? I
I
thought it was
don't know.
Jew, but
I've
Jehu?
only read it. I don't know.
Oh, you never? Okay, so they're from San Diego, and it
How do they spell it?
Jehu.
Oh.
So they're a San Diego band, and it features John Reyes and Rick Frogberg. And after the breakup of their band Pitchfork, they formed which is kind of like an abrasive yin to like the roll-licking, crowd-pleasing yin of Rice's band Rocket from the Crypt, which I've heard of them before. This album features dueling guitars, off-kilter beats, and ear-bleeding feedback. Alternatively feels like grunge matches and endurance tests. And it might not be emo proper, but the album would be hugely influential to 90s emo underground as well as to eventual superstars like At the Drive-In or Thursday. Moving on to number 15. Dag Nasty.
Dag Nasty, why do they consider them emo? That was before even the term was coined. That's on there?
You wanna know what the
Let me
album's
see
called?
that. Let me see. I want to see it. I want
Album's
to see
called
it in
Can
print.
I Say? What do you got to say
Oh,
about that?
come on.
What do you have a problem with that sound before?
The punk.
The album was from 1986, you guys.
86. There was nothing named emo. That hardcore had just come out.
Go on, Sue. I'm going to prove you wrong later on this list, but go on.
How could something be emo when emo doesn't even exist?
I'm going to prove you wrong.
Well, I mean, like, it wasn't until World War II that they called World War One the World War One. Am I right?
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. No.
It's true. He had a point. That's
That's
a really
bullshit.
good point.
That's bullshit. You know what? I want to hear what Dag Nasty thinks of that.
Let me see. They don't have any
They're
quotes
playing
in
this
this.
summer, so
You
I'm
should
going
ask
to
him.
I'm going to see him this summer. I'm going to ask him.
What do you
Look,
think of
look,
Rolling Stones list?
They call you
In between
emo.
songs, like, are you emo?
All right. So let us know what you think about that one. And number 14, which I think Mark will have the same gripe as you did, or not. Let's see. Weezer Pinkerton.
What? That was before emo even existed. Yeah, I mean, okay, I could see how they would call that like a blueprint for emo.
I
that
agree.
Came a little later, but
Totally agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, definitely. I mean, sure, why not?
Well, the thing about that album, I think that's not what they were going for.
Yeah,
Second album by Weezer, by the way, right?
yeah.
Okay, but now it's become like a popular album. Before when it came out, people were like, "Shh, what the fuck are they doing? This is not funny videos."
I could see that more than Dag Nasty.
Are you sure?
Yes, I could definitely see Weezer being emo way more than Dag Nasty.
Pinkerton, are you sure? Do you know that album, Pinkerton?
No.
Why you called you out?
Wait, what album? Weezer.
I just fucking said it, Pinkerton.
No, I don't know the album, but
So
I can
you
see
can't-
I can see Weezer in general. I was thinking about ooh, you look just like Buddy Holly.
So we can't wait. You can't wait on that point because you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm saying Weezer songs that I've heard. I could see how that's emo.
Good point. Number 13, Jimmy Eat World, Clarity, which I think is
Yeah.
maybe their best album. I think.
I don't know, man. I like fucking Futures a lot.
Of course you would. Now that's not. It's
I like two albums actually better than that one.
yeah.
We got to get closer.
Other
To
one.
We got to get closer to the top.
We are. We're at number
Yeah,
12.
let's get there.
Number 12, Texas is the Reason. Album is called Do You Know Who You Are? You ever heard of the band?
Heard of them as an emo band, so I don't really know too much
Nope,
about
never
them.
heard of
What's
them.
interesting about
Steered
that?
clear.
What's interesting about the album title? Do You Know Who You Are? The album title is actually from the last words John Lennon said before he was killed. Sorry, the last words John Lennon heard before he was killed.
The last words he said was, "Oh no, all this blood."
What are you doing, Mike?
That hurts.
Also this was all the songs on this album allude to like key points in the JFK conspiracy theories, but whatever. Number 11 is Thursday's Full Collapse, which is my wife's. She actually lost her virginity with this album
Jesus
playing in the
Christ.
background. She told me the story, so I bought her tickets to see the show. Like, remember that time you were getting?
Yeah, well, you want to remind her of that?
That's what she
Oh,
said.
God.
She said the same thing to me when she opened the gift and said, "Why you get my the third ticket?"
That was a different penis.
And I was like, "Oh, remember that time you lost your virginity to Thursday in the background?" And she's like, "Yeah, I guess." Don't know why that you're still thinking about that, but anyway, off that Thursday, band from I would say New Jersey, right?
Yeah, I think
New
so.
Brunswick.
Yeah,
What do you think? Is that worthy of the list?
they were one of those bands I never got into because they were in
Two
that-
email for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Two email. Number 10, sorry, is My Chemical Romance. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I saw Jay nodded. Jay's a fan of My Chemical Romance. And he said didn't listen to emo. Do you? Like the album?
I do like the album. I do like them.
Cool.
Yeah, also a Jersey band.
Right. Number 9. Let's get ready for the groans to happen. Fall Out Boy from Under the Cork Tree, the one that put them on the map. so to
Groans.
speak.
I don't doubt that.
You know,
Hmm?
Fall Out Boy,
What about him?
number
They're
9.
emo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And-
Because people that are on the list, I thought they
Are they emo? Aren't they emo?
I mean, yeah, why not, right?
Number. They actually made it. They were on the tail end of the emo trend, I would say, because that came out in 2005. That was kind of when it was coming to an end, I would say.
Yeah, when they had that, like, when they came out,
Yeah.
and they're all, we're going down, down, down,
That song,
down,
yeah.
down.
Still didn't hit any emotional hardcore yet.
Number 8, Jimmy Eat World again with the song Bleed American.
That's a good one.
That was the one that made him popular, so to speak. Number 7, Captain Jazz, Burritos, Inspiration Points, Fork Balloon, Sports, etc.
Oh god, this band I fucking had to go see live.
Really?
They
You know them?
They
Okay.
reunited a few years back. My ex-girlfriend made me go. They had some. I don't know if it's on the list, but they had this other album that has like one of the worst titles ever. It's like An Alphabet of Polythology, and it was one of those shows that I didn't like the music, so I just kind of stood there and hated it the whole time. But it was like one of the craziest shows I've ever been to, where the entire literally, I had never experienced this to this extent before, where there was so much sweat and moisture in the air that I was pruned, like my fingers were pruned, and complete. I've had that happen at a few other shows, but this was just beyond compare. Like everyone was soaked through from sweat, and it was just crazy. But
I thought you were going to say it was so emo.
I wished it was a better band to say that for. Like it was
It
so
was so
crazy, man.
sauna.
Everyone was fucking so sweaty. It was great.
like a
Everyone was singing
giant
along.
sauna.
I mean, everyone was singing along, but I did not give a fuck about it. But yeah, they kind of suck, in my opinion.
We're getting to the top. Wait, sorry. So we'll do number 6 now. American Football self-titled album, and it features former members of that band that Mark has been complaining about. The drummer, his name is Mike Kinsella, and this album is one of the most devastating breakup albums in the history of breakup albums. And the guy Kinsella shares his teen and confessions atop a tight wound of fusion of jazz and math rock. And their tension interjected by the occasional trumpets and the Wurlitzer organs, which captures the magnitude better than his words at all.
What is math rock?
It's like when it's
you have to be
odd.
3 times 4.
No, like Dillinger Escape
Pie,
Band
pie.
considered like math.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Oh.
it's
Like,
odd time
It's
time
Yeah,
signatures.
it's time signatures.
Oh, okay.
It's all about
okay, right.
weird drum patterns and off timing and stuff, but still keeping it precise and tight. As far
Alright.
as I know. That's
So
what I
top
think.
5 albums.
Nothing to do with math. Well, sort of.
Kind of.
It
but
is. Is you got to add the time signatures that are off to get the right equation. So the top 5 albums. I know, Stu, you're not complaining about. You want to see that band you always tell me about. That's you like. What are they called? What are they called that you like? That's the emo band.
Grade?
Grade. No one knows about Grade. You heard of Grade before?
No.
Yeah. No
Victory Records.
One knows. Okay, we'll see what happens.
It's like real emotional hardcore.
True. I heard it. He's actually right. Number 5 is a band called Braid. The album is called Frame and Canvases. Heard of Braid before?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
And
I don't know anything about them.
all right, so they're not shy about their emo influences. They're from DC, and the first 2 albums that they put out were kind of emo. But this album, their third and final album, is a bittersweet lamentation of homesickness and long distance love. So check it out if you
I
want
feel
to
like
cry.
all these bands are having resurgence right now because I think Braid recently came out, had a reunion thing again recently. That American Football Band, I know they've had a recent reunion tour.
Yeah, 2014 it says.
Yeah.
So it's basically bands saying, "Oh shit, we're not making any money. Why not get back together?"
Well, it's more like all the teenage kids are now have money to spend on us fucking going out there and and especially because of the research, that whole thing of bands are gonna go play one whole album, we're gonna play the one thing that you wanted to hear, 'Cause
Yeah.
that's the thing is going to see a band now that you used to like 10 years ago, you're gonna hear the new shit. So now bands are oh man, if we only play that one album that everyone likes, then they'll still come see us.
Jesus, you see how he ruined that Let's and Jake show going to this Wednesday?
No, I mean it's
You
true.
totally killed
Like
that.
I said, I saw
Wow, that's fucking.
I
sucks.
saw the Doolittle tour. I wanted to go see the Pinkerton Blue tour with Weezer. I mean, it works for a reason because you want to go see those songs that you liked 10 years
Yeah.
ago. I
It
get
makes
it.
us
I
feel
would
old,
totally
yeah.
go see the Losing Streak played live. Like I fucking dig that shit, but there's a reason behind it. It's not just because they want to play the same album they fucking played 10 years ago.
Oh man, I'm so happy they turned down my my interview because I would have brought that up. But number 4, Jawbreaker album called
Yes,
Dear You.
good.
Finally, Stu's happy.
Yes.
What do you have to-
Jawbreaker.
what do you have to say about Jawbreaker?
Good band. Emo.
This album is their fourth.
I agree.
This is their 4th and final release.
And what are we up to before I finally agreed? I said we had to get into like the higher end.
We're at 4.
4.
This
All
album.
right.
What do you think about this album? What do you have to rate
Well,
on it?
I don't remember the album.
Okay, so it's actually their 4th album, and it was panned by their fans for its major label backing, and it's really polished vocaling styles, and it took a while, but in the years that followed, it has had an unexpectedly become one of the genre's defining releases.
Oh, defining. Oh, maybe because it was actually emo.
Definitive, sorry, definitive.
Oh,
Sorry. Do I have something to say? I meant to say definitive.
definitive is that's still like the same thing.
Yeah.
Definitive and defining. They're the same thing.
Yeah. Now, number 3 is a band that I had the misfortune of seeing open for Bad Religion. And they were horribly booked. I saw them play for Bad Religion in the year 2000. In the year 2000. In the year 2000. And I was like, fuck emo. And this was like before emo became a trend. And this band is called The Promise Ring. The album is called Nothing
Never
Feels
heard 'em.
Good. They're so whiny. So emo. Like, from not what you would call emo, because they're not angry or abrasive whatsoever. It was so keyboard influence.
You don't
and
have to be
guitars and
angry
shit
or
like that.
abrasive to be emo. Just helps.
They sucked. Now,
You want to explore all your emotions, not just whining and crying.
Yeah. Number 2, we're almost done, you guys. Number 2, which I agree with Stu on this whole thing with is pigeonholing bands, but I disagree with Stu of when emo was called the term. The band is called Rites of Spring. I would thought you, Marky, would jump in on this. Rites of Spring,
Who wrote this shit?
self-titled album, which features the members from before Fugazi. And this album came out in 1985.
You know what? My brother must have read this article. Where'd you get this article from? Because he was
I
upset
said
about
in the
the
beginning, you guys. RollingStones.com.
He was upset about the Dag Nasty thing. He was pissed about that.
Stu, listen to me. Listen. Rites of Spring came out in 1985, and it features members of the band Fugazi, before Fugazi.
Emo.
And they called them emo. They were the first band to be called emo.
Okay. No, I agree.
So you were wrong about the Dag Nasty thing, because that came out in 1986.
They're not emo. They're not emo.
But the
Just
term,
because okay,
the term
Fugazi
came out then, though.
Fugazi is way more emo than Dag Nasty.
But Rites of
Dag Nasty
Spring
is
are
not
before
emo.
them. Rites of Spring are before that, though.
Okay.
And the
but
label
I
existed back then, I'm saying.
I disagree. Dag Nasty is not an emo.
Now, here's the
band.
problem.
I mean, maybe they go, but maybe they. I have to ask them. Maybe I'm wrong.
Now, here's the thing. When Rites of Spring were called emo in 1985, is because they were the only hardcore band not singing about hardcore things that bands talk about. They were singing more, their vocals and their sound was more like, I don't want to say the word, but I'm going
I
to
love
say it.
Fugazi.
When I said the word, they were more emotional in their vocals. So they were pigeonholed as being an emo band. But the lead singer, whose name is Guy, whatever, I don't want to say his last name because I can't pronounce it. But he was like, I never recognized the emo as a genre of music. He said, what, like the Bad Brains weren't emotional? What, they were robots or something? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I agree with you saying you shouldn't just label everything that's not hardcore emo, but I'm saying that was a term given to them because it's like they're like, oh, they're not sounding like Minor Threat, they don't sound like all the hardcore bands in the 80s. What should we call this? And they thought of something. So let's call them emo.
Emotional hardcore.
Yeah, and that's how it
wait, no. Emo core. Oh, wait. Emo.
Yes. So you were right on that aspect.
Okay.
So I
Thank
want to
you.
tell you guys out there before we get to number one, pick up the Rites of Spring album. It's really good, Mark. I'm surprised you haven't heard it
Yeah, I'd like to
because
listen to it.
you're a fan of Fugazi. So pick up this
You like
album. It's great.
Fugazi? I
mean, I
am
know a
a
couple
patient boy.
Oh, wait, before we-
wait.
I know that one.
Mark is the guy that told me he likes later
I
Fugazi
like
as opposed to the
End
beginning one.
Hits. That's a good album.
Yeah, you liked it when people hated them.
Yeah, definitely.
So, last album, which I totally agree on. Number one album, that's the number one emo album,
I want to see it.
is Sunny Day to Real Estate, Diary.
Of course.
All
Of course.
right. Yeah,
I thought you
okay,
said of
that's
course.
They're
Modern.
like the poster children.
Modern. Yeah, exactly.
They broke the mold, though.
Yeah.
You can't be mad.
They didn't break anything.
That was
They
even though
broke
they,
a lot of hearts.
even though they were like,
Yeah, that's about it.
even though they were 9 years after the term, they are the emo album. That album's Diary is the emo album that everyone like goes to if they want to sound like emo.
Mhm.
So the bands that we're talking about now that are doing it,
It's pretty sad.
that's what they should have.
They're
in their-
not one
record
Victory
collection.
Records, not one Victory Records emo band on
Like,
there.
what's an emo band that you consider emo?
Grade?
Okay.
That's it. Gray's the only emo band that ever existed.
Oh man.
What do
That's
you
a-
say, Mark? What do you say an emo band, that
What?
emo album?
I
That
don't
you
know.
would
Like I said, I kind of tended to steer clear of anything that was labeled emo for a while. So I mean, like, I was surprised to hear some of the, like you said, like Weezer. I like them. Jimmy Eat World. I like them. You know, even like My Chemical Romance. I like a little bit. So, not. I mean, I'm surprised to find out that now. I guess I like emo. I've got to rethink my whole life.
God, what are you gonna do about that? Yes. Lil Jon was like, he went away on that, so that's what he says. All right, so we're
Thank
gonna
you, Little John.
we're gonna do this real quick. That gives me time to check if we have any emails out there to read.
You got down it.
Gotta sign up, sign on. Woo!
Always got to give a real. Just what I feel after I take a shower.
What can you do? You know, something to kill the time while we're booting up the modem. Want a beer, Stu?
56K.
Oh, you're good, right?
some beer. 56K V.90. Or no, I got the upgrade V.92. Now I'm up with the speed of the rest of the net.
Don't hate, man. This is the living conditions we're in right now. We need to have some people like sponsor our shit. That would kind of help us a little
And
bit.
we need to get rid of the modem.
Never. It's been good to me all these years.
You've got mail.
See that? Got some mail to read. All right, let's see. Oh. Of course. All right. So this email is from... I want you to read this guy's name, Stu.
Holden. Macoff. Holden Macon.
So this is an email from Holden McCock.
Oh, that's Macaque?
So
No,
obviously...
no.
So
Really?
obviously
That's
this
what
is
it
a joke.
says?
Yes.
Holden. Why didn't they use a C? I would have known it was cock then. Holden my cock.
You're a funny guy, Holden. You're a funny guy. Funny. And he says, "Hey, Jarrell, my friend met you at a show in New York last year and told me to check out your podcast. The first one I checked out, you touched on a situation where
That must have been me, a friend.
No, he said Jarrell. That's my name.
Yeah, but he said a friend suggested it.
A friend of his.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, Holden. If that's your real name.
Holden my cock.
You gotta slap. So he said that I checked out your first show and you touched on a situation where you rented MI5 thinking it was Mission Impossible 5. You remember that? You heard about that, Mark? I got
Was it?
tricked.
Were you here for that
Was it
podcast?
was this an Asylum release that you were?
Yeah, he got tricked.
I got tricked.
MI5 and it won't.
And it wasn't. And he says, I know you were pissed, but just wanted to let you know the movie you rented is originally called Spooks, The Greater Good. And it's a continuation of a British spy show, Spooks. I have no idea why they changed the title for the U.S., but I totally understand your confusion. So basically what happened was I wanted to rent MI5, and it's an MI5 at Redbox. I rented the movie.
What kind of fucking idiot are you?
How many idiots are there? I don't know.
This movie is called Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation. It's not called MI. Or any of the
But it's
none
the
of them
fifth
are
one.
called MI anything.
Yeah, there's MI3 is the third one.
I think it's called Mission Impossible 3.
No, it's not. Look it up. Hey, Peanut Gallery, is the third movie called Mission MI3 or is it called Mission Impossible
Let me Google it.
Word.
You gotta Google.
or whatever? So it said
Find out
MI5. I rented it. I'm watching it with my wife, and it said
Wait, where's
MI5.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I said I'm like you know what? Whatever. He's probably coming up later. And then my wife's like, what is this? And I was like, it's MI5. I rented it. And Mission Impossible 5. I said. He's like,
Man,
I don't
you
think
got
it is.
Asylumed.
And then she like looked it up and she's like, this is not Mission Impossible 5.
Fucking Asylum Entertainment. They fucking do that shit.
Yeah.
They're the ones who put out Snakes on a Train.
Yeah.
They put out Death Racers with the Insane Clown Posse. They put out fucking.
We got. What are you gonna say?
But
It looks like it says Mission Impossible 3.
No, look at the poster.
Yeah. I don't get all the posters for the new posters.
That's
they
why I
put
got
out
fucked
have
up.
M-
I looked at the poster, the red box that said it.
Yeah, I understand. And then understand it says Mission Impossible 3. Right
Look at the
underneath
top, man. Look at the top. It said MI5.
it said MI3 right
Yeah.
on the
Underneath
poster.
it, though, it says Mission Impossible 3. That's
shut
all
Yeah, but it
I'm saying.
also says that.
All right, all
yes.
I'm saying is, do your fucking like on the red box. It still tells you
He's called
who's
you
in
a
it.
fucking
I
idiot.
know, right? Everyone.
Oh, he's digging
Oh,
in.
this is bullshit, though.
He's snarky, man.
Do you not know to look?
Let me finish the email. Maybe it might help.
So mad.
I didn't.
Was
Like, what's
Spooks
funny?
good?
What's funny about that, Mark? She's saying like the movie was actually good, but when I figured that out, I jumped up, turned that shit off, and returned it so fast. I was so fucking pissed about that. So Holden says I've been a victim of a mockbuster scam myself. I was at Walmart a few years ago and I saw the movie War of the Worlds in the $5 bin. I figured, what the hell? Wasn't that bad of a film? Don't know why Tom Cruise is not on the cover, but
Yeah,
whatever.
You're a fucking idiot too. With Gold in my cock. Fucking Transmorphers. Fucking War of the Worlds. This one. Like that's like, dude. You gotta be a fucking smart consumer and buy the things that you know are real.
Yeah, but come on. Wouldn't you look at the cover and see like some like old school like spacecraft and not like some like CGI shit?
I wouldn't, because I fucking worked at a
'Cause
fucking
I'm
video
gue- I'm
store.
guessing
I
he
worked
bought-
at I know this shit.
I'm guessing he bought the old version, and is that what happened?
No, World of War. No, okay. There is a like I said, there's a company called Asylum Entertainment. They put out movies that sound and look just like the other movies, like real Hollywood movies, but they make them on a fucking shoestring budget. And their whole purpose is so that you fucking pick the wrong one. Like I said, when Transformers was out in the theaters, Transmorphers was in the video store. When Snakes on a Plane was out in the theaters, Snakes on a Train. And I can't tell you how many people, when I worked at the video store, were like, I want to return this and get my money back. This isn't Snakes on a Plane. I'm like, yeah, it says Snakes on a Train. It's not the same fucking movie. Read.
Yeah, but this one he's saying says War of the Worlds.
Yeah, because it's a fucking... Because World of
He
Worlds is
bought
a
the
book by
50
H.G.
he bought
Wells
the
from
50s
fucking...
one.
From over 100 years ago. There's no fucking copyright claim on the name World of the Worlds, so they can name it whatever the fuck they want. It's still called World of Worlds.
No, but
It's
what
not the
did
fucking
what did,
Tom Cruise
did he
movie.
buy the? Yeah, but there was 2 releases of World Awards. Did he buy the old one?
You want me to finish reading?
Yeah.
So all right, so he bought War of the Worlds at the $5 bin, and about half an hour in, and 3 bong hits later, I started to say to myself, I don't remember any of this when I first saw the movie in the theaters. Plus, the movie looked much cheaper than before. Long story short, I actually picked up the Asylum production copy version
Okay,
of the
Mark
movie.
is redeemed.
Asylum is known for releasing movies with titles like that, such as The Day the Earth Stopped and 2012: Ice Age. Just wanted to help you warn the listeners of this scam and also give you some praise. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it the good what. So thank you, Holden. But obviously, Mark has beat you to the punch and warned people out there. There are a lot of movies from Asylum that are telling us the titles that are not the same thing.
That says H.G. Wells' War of the
Yeah,
Worlds.
That's
what-
very confusing. Yes.
I'm saying, but
But there were
like,
2 releases. Obviously, they released it in like the 50s
Yeah,
or
that's the
60s,
title.
and then there was the Tom Cruise one.
yeah, but which was in like 2005, 2006. This is from 2005.
I thought
When
he
you
just
pick
got
up
the
a movie-
old one.
This is what I'm saying though. When you pick up a movie,
'Cause I'd be
and you
disappointed
go,
with the
oh,
old
this is that
one,
movie
too."
with Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning,
Right.
And then you look at it and you go, World of Worlds, featuring C. Thomas Howell, Peter Green, and Jake Busey.
You have to read.
Wait,
yeah.
let me see
At
it.
the bottom it says it.
Oh, you got to keep reading. Yeah.
yeah,
that's
you
the
have
problem.
to read what you're purchasing.
Holy
This is the
shit.
problem with
No,
people.
that is way deceptive.
Yeah. Yeah. We
it
agree
is,
with you.
That's
man.
the intention. That's what I'm saying. Is like, just fucking.
Dude, that's how my
smarter,
mom
man.
got that. That's why I got GoBots when I was a little kid.
Shut up, Stu. Can we agree like basically on a even thing? Because you're saying you're an idiot for not knowing, and Stu's saying it's easy to understand. You can get confused. Can we say like he's not stupid and I'm not stupid? It's just like you have to read so much every time. We got tricked,
Oh man.
and I worked in a Reddit still like you, and I saw Transmorphers. Right, I saw it. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is fucking stupid. I'm not falling for that ever, and I got fucking caught 7 years later. They got me. So I'm saying
Well,
it
I'm
can
saying
happen to
it's
you.
Not like it was just the words, and you were like MI5 purchased.
Yeah,
like
that's
there
what
was
it
a
was.
cover.
It was
that
a
didn't have Tom Cruise on it.
yeah.
There
it
was
wasn't.
like
It's true.
fucking some other shit going on.
But it was a white
there.
guy shooting
when
a
you
gun.
push the button, then it tells you a whole description. It's like starring fucking,
Yeah, but that's knockoff
you know.
shit should not even be in a red box.
Well,
It should not even be in a red box. It should
I
only
agree.
be the top movies. You know what? Redbox probably got scammed.
I don't think
They
so.
they probably did.
Mission Impossible's in there too.
Yeah, both of them are in there. Yeah.
Oh, why would they do that? Redbox is
And
scumbags.
when I went
they're the scumbags. They passed it on.
And what's funny, when I went to IMDb and looked at the comments, one of the threads was like, "Did anyone pick this up thinking it was Mission Impossible 5?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." So I'm like, obviously I'm not the only one. So I'm like, change your fucking title. Go back to the spooks thing you had before. I know it's a racist term for black people, but we wouldn't have got that. I wouldn't have thought that. Oh, you're fucking racist. I'm not buying that movie. I would have thought this is not the movie I wanted. Let me look-
Wait, racist term for black people?
spooks. Yes, you didn't know that.
I thought it was racist term for white people.
That's
Wow.
a racist term for ghosts.
I thought it was white people because like the Ku Klux Klan, they have their like
All right,
ghost looking
let's get
things.
let's get to the.
So then white people are spooks.
That was
never
an email,
heard.
that was an email from 2 weeks ago. Let's get to the one email I got for this week's show. Before we do that, can you guys stop making out and close the bathroom door? Is that? Can we ask that? Your stench for your shit is coming in here.
Our apartments are rules. And I haven't shit yet, but if you want me to, I will.
What the fuck is that smell?
It's not me. I didn't fart.
All right. I don't know why I look at you immediately when I smell shit.
I don't smell anything.
Dude,
Okay.
close to normally I'm eating like all kinds of weird shit that makes me fart.
Wait a minute. Am I the first one that smelt it?
No, I smell it now. Oh, I just smelled it now.
Okay.
It made its way over
That-
here.
Well, you denied it though.
Dealt it, Jarrell.
No, no.
You denied it. He denied it, didn't he?
It just made it over here. So it's something that's coming from over there.
All right. So one of you did it.
Mark.
Mark, this one actually is from you, from your good old friend, Dave Goldsmith.
All right, I'm gonna fire up the cannons. We're gonna get ready to fucking annihilate this motherfucker.
Dave, he likes you, actually. Don't be mad at him. He says, "Hey,
I'm a
Mark,
fan.
it's your biggest fan, Dave, here. Just wanted to know your opinion on the new Ghostbusters trailer. I know you said before you have expectations. You expected the fact that they were planning on bastardizing the original with the... Wait. I know you said before you have expected the fact they were planning on bastardizing the original film with the reboot. I don't know. That's not even a full sentence. But now there's physical evidence that this has been released. I'm dying to hear your input. Can I go first, Dave? Thank you. So I saw the trailer a couple days ago. Did you see that too much?
I saw it, yeah.
And I was like, wow, I can't get my expectation any lower than what I fucking saw with this trailer. I don't want to be that guy that's like kind of like, oh man, God, don't ruin my childhood, but man, that shit sucked. I will give it props only for one thing. Slimer looked pretty cool. That's it.
I mean, I'll say this about it is that, similar to, I mean, I guess maybe the first time I heard from this idiot.
About the
All right, about
the
CBGBs.
yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't even. What's your name?
Dave.
Dave. All right, Dave. Dave Goldsmith. Yeah, I mean, the thing about this is that it was it was going to happen anyway. I have no fucking control over it. It'd be cooler if there was just a sequel and they did it cool, but even if there was a sequel with like the remaining Ghostbusters trying to fit their fucking proton packs around their fucking fat stomachs again, that would probably suck. And so at least this one is like kind of a new take on it.
Is it all women?
It's all women. The only thing about it that I'm wondering is that in the trailer, they were like, it was only the words on the screen that said, 30 years ago, you know, fucking shit, these people saved the world from fucking evil.
Right.
Now, do they reference the original Ghostbusters within this one? Or are
seemed like
they
that in the
saying,
trailer, yeah.
oh, this is all... Well, in the trailer, though, it's only the text that says it. So they're trying to like bring you into it thinking that like it's going to be referential to the originals. But to me, I'm like, it's almost like they're trying to make it a whole new thing. Which I also don't really have too much of a problem with because if I don't want to see it, I don't have to. It doesn't change the fact that there's still 2 great Ghostbuster movies from the originals.
From the 80s,
so,
yeah. But what I think he's saying,
And
before we
numerous
go on-
video games.
Before we're going on, I think what he's saying is he's like saying the like the trailer has like the place where they lived at,
the fire department.
the fire department. They have Slimer, like I said before.
Yeah.
They have the fact that they're referencing the old one, so it's not like it's a whole new thing. They're
Proton
kinda-
packs.
it's kinda
Proton
like-
packs in the they still got the traps.
Well, there's
Maybe.
never.
I
Okay,
don't know.
here's my thing though: is that there's no line of dialogue in the trailer where someone goes, "Well, if they did it 30 years ago, why can't we do it now?" You know, it's not like
Right.
that. It's
Yeah.
like there's text on the screen that goes 30 years ago. 4 scientists saved the planet. So, what I'm saying is, I feel like I would have I do have a better opinion of it, thinking that they are referencing the originals and that this is more of like they're taking up the mantle from something that happened 30 years ago versus starting something new and being like, the world needs this now, I guess. I don't know. But, I don't really like Leslie Jones's humor all that much. I feel like
she's black and all.
yeah. I don't like her.
I hate black people. And
No, I just don't. I don't know. It's like, to me, it's like she's not doing anything to subvert the like loud black person humor of it.
And
Like,
keep in mind, she's got the job the same way that what's his name, Hudson got the job. He kind of like
she's the Ernie Hudson.
showed up and like,
So,
I want a job.
There's part of it where I'm like, all right, like why couldn't one of the other ones been black? Like she's got to be the one who's just like, I'm gonna be a part of this too. Like muscles her way into it. So I mean, I don't know. On the one hand, it's a fucking whole conversation going on.
No, I think what's fair, he finally got you. He finally got you with the movie that you don't like it so much. But I'm thinking what he's saying in the text is he's like saying,
okay, my thoughts on this is that if I don't want to see it, I don't have to. Do I think
But
it
you
looks?
will.
I probably will see it, but probably not in the theater. Unless people say it's good. Like I feel like there's a bigger potential for this to be good than for let's get everyone back together again. Especially obviously since Harold Ramis died, but
yeah, but
feel like
I
nobody wants to
I'm
see
sorry.
old Ghostbusters.
Agree.
And sure, it would have been nice if maybe at least one of them came back and was like, "Oh, we're gonna pass the torch on." Maybe, I don't know. There's no right way about this. I feel like it's kind of stupid that it's all girls because it's making it's so trying to divide itself as like this is the all girl Ghostbusters. Like I feel like if they went and did more of like an extreme Ghostbusters version, that'd be cool.
Right.
There's a dude in a wheelchair. There's a girl. There's a black dude. There's like it's all there. And that's what, I feel like if they did that, it'd be a lot more well received than like, you had your Ghostbusters, now there's girl Ghostbusters. And while I don't really care either way because they're going to do what they want to do and my vote doesn't count, You know,
Right. Getting back to the whole politics of what
yeah,
we did earlier.
you
yeah.
know, there's always the Hollywood
Electoral-
Electoral College.
Hollywood Electoral College. So the thing I think where Dave got you is you're saying you don't. At the end of the day, if they didn't do it at all, it would be better. You'd be happier. That's what Dave was
No,
saying.
this doesn't affect my happiness in the least.
Okay. All right, I see. So
I
Dave,
kind of liked the trailer, honestly.
you did.
Like it surprised me that I liked it
I didn't like it at all.
Where did you see the trailer?
on
this
the
thing
internet.
on the internet?
Oh, yeah,
you should
you-
get the internet, Stu. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's at my work, in my phone.
All right, so you have no opinion on it because you didn't see the trailer.
No,
Okay.
I didn't see the trailer.
Oh, Jason,
Jason,
come over here and tell us what you thought of the new Ghostbusters trailer. And Clina, I know you dressed as Ghostbusters for Halloween like 4 years ago, or 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
With your wife, by the way.
With my wife, by the way. They were Lady Ghostbusters, by the way. So they stole the idea from them.
oh, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
That's where they got the idea. I see.
Being a Ghostbusters fan, first one, second one, what do you think of the trailer and this whole project going forward?
I mean, I watched the trailer the other day, and I got yelled at because someone in this apartment does not like to watch trailers of movies that she wants to see. So I did watch it by myself, and I find it amusing. I mean, I still couldn't tell from it if it was a remake or a reboot. But I thought it was funny. Some of the parts
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought were
same
hilarious. I'm gonna have to see the whole movie before I make an honest opinion. And I just hope that the 4 main characters that are in this new one, I have utmost respect for. I like them all. I like them on Saturday Night Live. I like their movies.
They all have boobies.
They do all have boobies.
8 titties for you.
Yes, it's a lot of boobies.
So I'm kind of hoping that, they honor the comedic legends that were in the first one and do a good job with it.
All right. You guys are idiots. Don't do this movie. Stop it right now. No, I'm kidding. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late. We can't stop it now. That's the trailer we got. I think it looks like shit, but I my
Oh my god.
I officially had my expectations lower than they were before. So that means they have more of an opportunity, similar to the movie Corky Romano from like 15 years ago, to make a movie that is great and funny to me. And that ends the email portion of the show. So we're 2 hours in. You guys want to get out of here? Anything else you want to say?
Dude,
Stu?
we're 2 hours in. This is like the longest podcast ever. And I didn't even get to have my comments on 2 of the albums. How could that be?
Yeah, I know. It's like we talked. Like we didn't
We
even give
talked
you
for
a
you.
chance.
Yeah. We talked for you, Stu.
Yeah, you like tripled me.
Yeah. Well, what can we do? We had to talk more for you because you didn't want to get on the show.
Oh, all right. And we drank almost all the liquor. There's like a little splash left in this bottle.
So, yeah, let's get out of here so we can watch Walking Dead tonight. You guys watching Walking Dead?
Nope.
I ain't watching Walking Dead.
Well, I am. So, let's end the show. Get my notes over here. Just get my perfect outro for you all. All right. So, if you want to get in touch with us, go to our website, which is njhyperradio.net. Go to our contact section and email us any of your questions or comments, like people did before. Or you want to go to our email directly, which is njhyperradio@gmail.com. Make sure you go to our Facebook address, which is facebook.com/njhyperradio, and like us on there. And if you want to check out our videos, everything like that, go to our YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And what interview's coming up?
Oh, let's do that. Interviewing Mephistopheles on Wednesday. And we'll post that up immediately, thanks to Stu.
Yes.
And we have an interview with a band called PA Angelo this Saturday. We'll have that up as well.
Are you gonna ask Mephistopheles if they feel like they've ever gotten out of the shadow of the Bumblebee Tuna song?
I
Yum,
will.
yum, bumblebee, bumblebee, tuna.
I will bring
I love that song.
Well, I will bring that up. Until then, this has been Jarrell and
Nah, I'm
Forgot
not
your name.
Snarky. Snarky Mark? Oh, wait, no, that's not me.
say each other's name.
Big Leagues 2. Big Leagues 2 and...
And Stu.
and Snarky Mark saying have a good week, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.